Set a 5-minute timer.
We got everyone.
We've not got a point.
Not got point.
Is the point here this week?
No, this is the last week they're not
Yeah.
here, I think. Right?
I think they did say
Yeah.
they weren't going to be here.
For 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks or not.
It was last Friday and today that Ali could make it.
If they show up, they show up. I'll figure it out later. I just have it as a gimmick anyway.
If
they show up, they're going to be a different character.
I think they said it's
No,
2
we
weeks.
just got
Okay,
a
we're live
hostage
on my end.
situation.
Wish
We're
I
live
could
on
get
my
some
end
music
as
up in the
well.
background.
Well, the point was trying to make friends with them.
Yeah, also, to be fair, in terms of, like, in-game time, it's been, like, half a day.
Yeah.
We've been busy, okay?
I also wasn't expecting Zormir's the latest character, or Bob's latest character, to get kidnapped. So I guess Zormir's coming out of the coma early.
Yeah, to chase his robot.
Yep.
It's one of those situations where, like, you know, when you get so much adrenaline, you can lift a car. Zormir's so pissed off, he's coming out of the coma.
Well, come back from the dead.
Coming
Yeah,
out
he'd
of the
already
coma.
come back from the dead. It's
I'm feeling
just that his
just
soul
fine.
could see shit happening. It's like, okay, I gotta get back.
I've got to expedite this process a bit.
I do like the idea of Zormir just sensing the party's fucking up and just be like, well, time to get out the coma now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. that could happen.
Yep.
All right, what we got? What was it? Oh,
I
we
think
got
I
the
know.
thing play. I don't know, we got 2.5 minutes. Any bookkeeping? Didn't actually ask if there's any bookkeeping. Any bookkeeping people want to do in the last 2.5 minutes?
I know exactly what happened. Drax tells me exactly what the fuck's happening. They're what?
No.
Nah, I just... Yeah, I can't really think of anything other than, yeah, I know the sprites are technically a humanoid enough, right?
Yes.
I have a question, Bob. Does your weird zombie have any of the normal zombie shit going on, or is it just gonna sit there?
It basically is under my control, so it would sit there.
It hasn't got the, it has to be crit down, this is gonna be a problem, it's gonna be take us like an hour and a half to actually kill the little fucker.
No, this is a class ability. It's not that powerful.
Thank God.
No.
I was making sure it didn't kill an actual ordinary zombie.
No, it just brings it back on 1 hit point as a zombie.
Right.
I'm pretty sure between you, somebody has radiant damage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank
The
you.
only
Gwen.
thing I have.
Yeah, I was
Gwen.
gonna say it's
Our
probably
radiant
just
damage is back because we don't have any, I think, besides.
I'm pretty sure Luke can do some radiant.
Ah,
Can you?
I think Zormir can do it too.
Chaos Orb?
there's a 1 in 4 chance. I don't think.
Yeah, chromatic orb.
A Chromatic can. I actually didn't realise Chromatic could make radiant.
Yeah.
Acid fire. No. Sorry.
Yeah, isn't that only elemental damage?
Yes.
I think necrotic might be on there as well, but it's not mostly a necrotic.
I've got Chaos Bolt though.
A Chaos Bolt can do it. Cool. We have something that can radiant it down in case of emergency.
Yeah, but your Chaos Bolt is even worse than my orb.
Yeah, chromatic orb's just elemental damage. Cool. Just wanted to double check for myself.
Yeah,
Most of my damage is psychic or thunder.
I have force, fire, and physical.
Yeah, I've got
All
force as
radiant,
well.
pretty much.
Yeah. Force, fire,
But you know,
thunder.
you are tier 3. As you get higher and face more boss monsters, some of them will just have outright immunities to various things. So always make sure you got at least a backup damage type.
Yeah.
Bob, fix your damn scope already.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd give me enough time to actually do it, and I can get my
We've
fucking
had-
bit that I
we've
was
had
going to
downtime.
use.
You're
We've
the
had
one who
downtime.
died. You're the one who's died.
Also,
I didn't have downtime with the one bit that I could probably done it with.
Yeah.
To be honest, you tried.
That's like an excuse, to be honest, yeah.
I've just noticed that For some reason, I can ban the World of Alterra from the World of Alterra.
You can. It's strange.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. But with that, welcome back to the world of Alterra! Episode 54 of the Shattered Altsphere, Cults and Secret Societies.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Sure, it's fine.
Mhm.
It might be fine.
Before we get into the recap, let's go ahead and
Sure,
say
it will
hi
be.
to everyone. Alvina, say hi.
Howdy! There's still no webcam on my end. For reasons.
Zormir, say hi.
Hi.
Book, you say hi.
Hello there.
Gwent, welcome back. Say hi.
G'day.
Cultmaster Lou, say hi.
Hi.
And the point will not be with us for this session. They are still being kidnapped. Previously on Alterra, the party went looking for, some new adventure. They went looking for lunch. They had a little bit of downtime while they tried to figure out what to do with this Einsmer situation, and just immediately stumbled into a new plot thread.
Yep.
Which then triggered a assault on the ship to steal, you believe, the idol of,
Whichever god it was. I can't
We
remember.
didn't figure
you
out
know
which one it
which-
was.
You do know which god. The DM's having a blank. It's the one to do with
Artificery.
artificery. It isn't relevant right now.
It's the crafting god.
Yeah, because it's in Z-Bot recovery.
Well, hilariously, it's not the
Hollow
crafting
Life.
bot. The crafting god is Artos. It's a slightly different one. There's a god for invention and genius, and a god for handicraft and actual skilled craftsmanship.
Oh, it's the innovation god, basically.
Okay.
But either way, Zormir went into a coma. Z-Bot came out. Z-Bot swallowed the statue. The Z-Bot got kidnapped. And apparently, whatever this strange high elf, who I'm pretty sure did introduce himself obnoxiously as Fintel Alveal,
He did.
Yeah.
for some reason, he seems to have a menagerie of enslaved Fae and celestial creatures. Actually, I think they might all be Fae. What's a
No,
unicorn?
the flesh golems weren't.
Oh, that's fair. And standard golems, because what wizard doesn't have golems, right?
Pretty much. What self-respecting golemancer doesn't have at least one golem?
And because it's bugging me, I'm going to open up my god's notebook. I'm going to have a look at the knowledge domain. And it's Ivica.
Curious?
It's a statue of Ivica.
Evika, that was
It is Ivica. Why is my roll20 so small? There we go. Let's size that back up.
tiny roll 20.
Ivica, the god of invention of the fucking 49 god pantheon of the major Alterra Arcana. I don't know. Too many gods. Barely explored half of them. But yes, this is where we return. We're gonna head back to Gwent, who has decided to come out of their room after the ordeal of last session.
Plus, we had to hear the explosion that Alvina caused on the upper deck.
Apparently, there's some sort of commotion going on upstairs. Gwent, this just mere hours after Zormir got rushed back to you and is now in a coma in their room. And as we go to Gwent, we flash back to the last couple hours where Gwent gets to make any modifications they want to last session, within reason, and we'll retcon. So Gwent, how did you feel when Zormir was brought to your medical lab unconscious? Well, I keep saying unconscious, dead.
More than severely unconscious. Their organs were unconscious.
How did you feel?
I would say upset. I mean, as much as Gwen was still pissed at Zormir for leaving, you never want to see somebody dead, especially the person who's going to help you escape. Especially since I can't drive the ship properly yet.
Gotcha.
So
Fuck you,
Zormir
man.
needs to stay awake for a little bit.
Fuck you.
Fuck you keeps turning it to fall towards fire.
Yeah, we did. That's the problem. The two people that have a decent shot at actually driving the place both want to go to Lava Land.
It's true.
Neither of which is a good choice.
And as you were looking down at Zormir's growing cold, how do you phrase that? beginning to grow colder body.
Rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis setting body. I believe that you have a tradition where you wish to speak to a character's soul before attempting to resurrect them. Something to do with allowing them to rest in peace, which, as we all know, makes no sense because resting in peace would mean being
Gone
subscripted,
completely.
conscripted to the Radiant Empire's army
Shanghai.
because they currently control the heavens and hells.
Not particularly. So I would have cast Speak with Death, and I would have given Zormir the choice to give him the crystal to destroy the soul.
Oh, that is true. That would work. The soul is still attached to the body. There would still be time to essentially capture the soul.
Like, does Zormir want everlasting peace?
Do you want annihilation or to be turned into a angel?
Well,
demon
you say
being?
everlasting peace. Do you want non-existence or to come back to the mortal coil?
choose
I'm not gonna
your
lie, for
peace
Gwen-
where you take it.
I'm about to say, I think for Gwent, Oblivion is everlasting peace, to be honest.
Yeah, the ultimate escape.
If
Some would say.
given that's one of your questions, or the would
Yeah.
I want the necklace? Answer would be no.
I think the question, mate, is do you want to be revived?
Yeah, he's like, do you want
For
the
the
necklace?
answer,
No. Do
it'd
you
be
want to
revived.
resurrect-
Yes. Revived. Yes. The necklace. No.
Are you going to do something stupid like this again?
Of course he
Would be
is.
a question.
Of course he is.
Not
Like,
without
no
you being there.
promises.
Not without you being there anymore. The dumbest.
Ah, damn it. Then, yeah, revivify him up then, since he's still, dead within the last minute.
Yeah,
And
for
with
all
the
intents and purposes.
help of the golems and Z-bots, Zormir was taken to their room as you gave some sort of offhanded comment about, oh yeah, don't expect Zormir to get up straight away, weird mirror, planar, dimension hopping shenanigans.
He's
Might
lazy,
take up to 24 hours to the soul to reattach itself to the body.
He's being lazy, got it.
Yeah, that was a lie. I
Up
just
to
pumped him full of
24
some
hours.
drugs. Just
He just
sweet,
actually,
sweet drugs.
actually he just tranked him. He came back immediately being tranked him.
He's on one hit point. Trying so easy. Just and
hit him with a
sleep.
cosh.
Yeah, see.
Part of the procedure. Don't worry about it.
And then, as far as Gwen remembers, the party left to go have a salad. Presumably, Gwen wasn't feeling up for a salad. The whole ordeal just happened. And within only a couple hours, the party came back. Noises sounded from above, and Gwen, you are made aware that there seems to be combat going on upstairs. What would you like to do?
Every bloody time I get a time off, you get to do this to me. So I'm gonna walk in and I'm just gonna hit Zormir with 45 health
Bonk.
and just slap him awake.
Yeah, get some colour.
There seems to be a fog cloud everywhere. And
he's head
I can
on
hear
up.
screaming and
Yeah.
You just pass Lou while Lou's like wrestling with a golem.
Right, Lou's wrestling with a actually it would be visible now.
It would be visible now by the time Gwent gets up there. Gwent arrives just at the tail end as you defeat the golems. Zormir comes back to consciousness, apparently with some additional health now. And this is where we resume play. Gwent and Zormir, welcome back to the fray. Lou, you've just defeated your golem. Congratulations. And the other golem is also dead, presumably joining his torn together brethren that Alvina absolutely decimated. There is also now just presumably a chain. The platform did rise all the way to the top, so technically it's up here. You go up there, Chain Sprite. He's just sitting there on the elevator on the top deck.
Yeah, we were able to see it at that point, so I just go back up to. It's like, okay, what the fuck is that? It's got a sprite with a mushroom growing out of it.
With a very pale, zombie-esque complexion now. But yeah, we're out of combat, and it's open play.
I poke the sprite. I'm assuming it does nothing because it's a zombie.
I'm pretty sure it defends itself. So it moves away from your poke.
Huh.
Pretty much all these things say they defend themselves if no instructions given.
Mhm.
I'm just going to make the assumption on that one.
Yeah.
Just does dodge. That makes sense.
Yeah. Fuck you will run up onto the main deck. Be like,
Still here.
Wait, it's acting weird, and it's got mushrooms growing out of it.
Exactly. It's being weird.
and
Well, you're not wrong, I suppose, but
fuck you's
I've
gonna,
seen a sprite before, being from Fantasia, right?
Yeah. Fuck you's gonna roll to like stab it with his rapier.
Yep, you just succeed. It's a sprite.
It's got like 1 AC.
It's more importantly, it's a zombie sprite.
It's got like
You
1
mean that 22?
There's no need to roll initiative for this.
stabbed.
You succeed in your endeavor.
Ow.
Right. I'm gonna take the
Sorry.
what's it called? Chains off it. And just pick it
Um,
up. If they'll come off.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Okay.
They're
Well,
like proper chains, like thick shackles.
What a sprite!
Well,
It's a feisty sprite.
they're thick for a sprite. This is why you can make a strength check.
Okay.
They're potentially thin enough that you can break them, but there's still a chance you don't. You're trying to break something really
I'm
tiny.
trying not to break the sprite.
It's surprisingly hard.
I'm trying not to break the sprite in half and like really like trying to get. I'm like, I don't.
You just can't get like a grip under them or anything like that.
I mean,
It's not so
do you
much a
still
lack
have-
of strength. It's a lack of like getting your fingers in a position where you
Yeah.
actually can
Yeah.
apply the force necessary.
I'm not sure if you still have fuck you's inspo either.
Do I?
I think you might have
I
used
do.
it. Do you?
I do, but it's that one.
Yeah, and it's funny if you just fail because it's too small.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. I do have it still. I didn't use it.
Mhm.
Someone else used theirs, I think, but I didn't.
I think
actually
it
end up
bobbed
using
then.
I haven't ended up using mine yet. On account of I always mark off if I've used it and I've still got it.
Mhm.
So,
But while you two are confronting the sprite up there, let's go to Gwen and Zormir. What are you two doing?
What?
Apparently, you died,
I know that, but
and you had a robot hidden in the ship.
oh, I forgot about that.
Are there
Where
any
is-
other robots in the ship?
Maybe.
That was because I kept on almost working myself to death, so I had to come up with something to essentially make sure I didn't die.
you didn't answer the question, go ahead.
And no,
So,
there
wait,
is no
just
other.
just to get this understood, your idea was, I'm working myself to death. I will build a robot to save me if I die, not stop working so much.
You can lose yourself in artificery sometimes, and
Happens to the best of us.
You're supposed to be the smart one.
Mhm.
Why? Was this your first thought?
Immediate response.
I didn't want to end up almost dying like I did the first time, so I came up with a solution. Solution: robot activated on almost dead Zormir. Comes get me, takes me to, revives me. You know, stops me from dying.
I mean, what do you want him to do?
Point?
Expend energy coming up with more complicated. It works, man.
I'm getting
It's
It's
flashbacks
creating
to
a
the...
robot. How is that not the more complicated option?
I'm getting flashbacks to the why is this thing's natural defense mechanism to summon zombies kind of vibes from Gormagala. I'm getting Gormagala vibes out of this.
If he says anything about mushrooms on it, Zormir's going to be a what?
We all know, psychological science. Not psychological. What's a scientist that studies the mind again? It's not therapy.
Psychologist.
Psychology.
Psychologist. We all know psychologists are the worst at, actually dealing with their emotions. It's just easier to build a robot. They get paid to help other people, not help themselves.
Yeah, there's a reason why Zomir is actually a psychiatrist. It's like, so they've got so many problems themselves, it's easier to solve other people's problems for them than their own.
I'm gonna throw my hands up and just go, for God's sake. I mean, honestly, that's
Well-
not the right way to do things.
I'm just
Where is it?
I assume it's, by the sound of it, like I'm pointing up, it's with all the others making noise still.
Okay,
We
let's
don't
go.
hear this and join in the conversation and go like, yeah, about that. There was a few creatures snuck on board, and yeah, Zebot has been kidnapped.
Bring yourself up here.
Quick question, by the way, Chris. Just realised.
Bloody well, what?
Are these chains a situation the crowbar could be useful for?
Not
On
on
a
a
sprite?
sprite.
I was
Crowbar is
questioning.
too big.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could take the crowbar to it to get advantage.
It took my robot?
Yeah.
Ah, hey,
so
Zomir, I told you just being lazy, everyone.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Hey!
some hag.
Yeah,
Took it.
Zomir.
What?
Bastard elf turned up
Yes.
with a couple of fey creatures. Here's one of them. I hold the, like, very limp, slightly mushroomy sprite up in one hand.
Why is why is it covered in mushrooms?
Your weird robot pet was
Because
covered in
Zebo-
mushrooms and
There's
resurrected
not
it.
there's not mushrooms on Z-Bot?
I
Wait a
can
minute,
assure you
wait.
there is.
Wait, question.
Yes.
Where were you storing it?
In the med bay.
Whereabouts in the med bay?
The med bay next to the stairs.
Yes.
Wait, not in my bloody med bay.
In a
What?
cupboard under the... Basically, you kept it in a cupboard under the stairs in the med bay.
Yes.
You
Have
know,
you
the
checked
stairs.
Have you checked under the stairs recently?
Not really.
Go downstairs and look under the stairs. We'll continue this conversation afterwards.
That's what
Okay.
Assassin was saying.
All you hear from downstairs are
Yeah, he's found the stairs. Question: can someone with
What the hell?
I don't have a clue. I decided not to interact with it. Question: can someone with smaller fingers than me please help me get these chains off this frickin' sprite?
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be so funny if fuck you crits this.
As it's small fingers. It's small fingers. That
15.
15.
not bad.
Like if you use like a sharp instrument, you can like thingy it off.
Jimmy it off. Yeah.
Mhm.
There we
You
go.
got your rapier.
You gain 1 unit of twisted silver shackles.
Yay.
Or I guess you get tiny twisted silver
Tiny
shackles
face size, like sprite size.
that can be melted down to be equivalent to 1 unit of twisted silver.
Why is twisted silver on the thing?
I'm not sure. Let's ask it. Hey, Gwen, can you do me a favour?
What?
Can you resurrect our little informant here, or about to be informant? I assume. Oh yeah, Zomir, by the way.
Yes.
The reason why I think they kidnapped your robot is because you know that weird little statue that you had in the workshop.
Uh-huh. I was going to use that to upgrade my weapon.
Yeah. Weird elf bastard found out we had it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna kill him.
Debot
Your
swallowed
robot
No,
then
it.
no
ate it.
ifs, buts, and maybes. He is dead now. He has
Oh, no.
stolen 2 parts of my property. I am going to pummel his face into the dirt.
What was the second part?
My robot, for fuck's sake.
That seems a little harsh. The robot is his own person. Now.
I still built the damn thing.
Half of it.
Yeah, to save your life from falling asleep too hard.
Yes.
Is that really where you built it?
Well, there was one time where I almost died, but luckily my mentor came and saved me.
Ah, so friendship could have been the other thing, not a robot.
Yeah,
You
well,
realize you could have just, like, taken away that Alvina, you're banned from entering the workshop without permission bit, and you could have just been, like, carried back to your room. But no. The one
I was
time
out in the
died.
field. They're usually stopping me from dying.
I mean, Alvina usually carries me back to my room, so.
Exactly. I carry all of you back to your room when you inevitably pass out in the freaking dining hall.
Well,
It's been a couple times where she's changed me as well.
okay.
Sorry,
I
what
didn't-
now?
that I didn't do. That's an entirely other thing. If you come up with
No,
different
that's a
quotes, that ain't on
repressed
me.
memory.
Well, someone has changed me in the night then.
Someone's been breaking into your room at night. I'm sorry to tell you.
Right.
Okay.
More
Well, I've
concerned
only
about
got
that
3
one, I'll
sets
be
of
honest with
clothes.
you.
I've only got 3 sets
Ah.
of clothes. Who keeps putting me in this, like, weird...
Wait. I bet I know. It's clothing based. Let's go with the point.
Mm.
You dress up doll.
Yeah. Put tests to do
My
outfits
little
on-
goblin.
Yeah.
Well, where the fuck is he?
Oh, he was
What?
kidnapped.
Oh yeah, he was kidnapped to save your life, and he died anyway. So you better be grateful to him.
So let's go
Fucking
rescue the boy
hell.
then.
Okay, let's establish how many things have we got to do now.
Uh,
A
Phew.
lot.
3?
So we
More
still
than
need to
4, no, 4 things. 4 things.
Pink.
get back at Dinesmurst
Yep, that's one.
Yeah.
and recover point,
Recover the point is the second one.
Yeah.
Third one
and
is...
now kick this elf's fucking ass.
Yep, and the fourth one is resurrect this sprite so we can know where the fuck he is.
Well, that's part of
I'm literally
problem 3.
shaking. I'm literally
that one
shaking
seems like kick the
this.
elf at.
I'm literally
mean-
shaking this sprite around like as I'm talking.
Little ragdoll.
Yeah,
Not to sound too harsh about Zormir's robot and little statue, but surely the point is more important than a motorized alarm clock and a bit of, knick-knack.
I'd say that, but we don't have the faintest idea where the point is.
And what?
Not even close. He was in a different dimension, and then got kidnapped.
And also the little bits of knickknack that you're on about is, that bit of Arcanite is quite powerful.
Oh, is that what that weird little blip in it is?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
He
okay.
claimed
Oh,
it
and
was
yeah,
quite worthless.
also, Gwen, here's the main reason why it's definitely want to get it back. The dude was talking about, yes, me and my friends need it tonight for this very specific and very important thing. So, they're
He's
definitely
in a cult, but
evil.
Lou doesn't know him.
Yeah, he's not in Lou's cult.
Okay.
Okay, right. So they broke into Zormir's safe to steal this thing.
Oh, no, we did that.
No, it wasn't in the safe. He left it on a table.
Why did we break
I'm
into a
gonna
safe
be-
then?
No,
I
I'm
don't know
dead-eyed
why you-
Zormir with like...
Point safes we.
So this
We didn't even
important
break
thing was
into
just
the
left on the side.
We didn't even break into the point safes. We
That's
found
not
them.
about me
It was in there
attempting
with Drax.
And we did
I
actually
didn't-
attempt to.
I didn't think someone was going to steal it because I didn't think anyone was
Oh,
knew about artificery enough to actually know what the hell it was.
I
so
don't
you
think they
left
actually
it
know.
with the trustworthy Drax.
Well, I don't know if they know if it's got Arcanite or something in it. I think they just think it's really magical.
Yeah, they said they needed it for some sort of ritual. That's not normal artificer talk.
Which isn't good, but considering what piece of Arcanite is in there.
What's in there?
Is it the
Reality.
exploded one?
I don't know what that. What reality? I don't know what that means. What color
As
is
in,
it? It looked silvery.
yes, as in it can actually affect the reality we are in
That
to
doesn't
a
sound
degree.
That's probably
Once
bad.
again, you left it in a room with Drax.
You left it on
Unlocked.
the table.
in plain view.
So you create a robot to stop yourself from dying, but you refuse to put stuff like that in a safe.
Well, my safe. Oh yeah, safe in room.
Okay. Right, okay. So
And
what do we need to do with this fairy?
Can you resurrect it? And I'll pull
Enoch.
the mushrooms off it.
I would do.
I mean, I can. Do you want to?
Yeah, I'd fine with a new pet. I like sprites. They're quite nice, honestly.
And not an. Are you sure That's.
Wait.
But they haven't. They're on. You're going to try and kidnap another thing.
No, I'm going to ask it this time.
Good. When it tells you no, accept it.
If it tells me no, it's fair enough.
Okay.
There you go.
I
Quest
cast
ledger. update.
Revivify.
On the sprite.
Yep.
On the sprite. Your magic does this mumbo jumbo. The sprite's soul begins coming back to its body. It'll take a couple seconds to stop being so groggy and wake up, while the DM continues playing around with this quest ledger.
I completely forgot about vampire hunters. I'll be honest with you.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't known what the vampire hunters meant the entire time.
Something down, Junior.
No, I get that part.
Ah, okay.
No, I know vampire hunters is us. I don't know if it's find vampire hunters as well.
No, the quest is you know Junior's last known location, which was back in Titan Guts,
It was
where he
a while
vanished.
ago.
Maybe
Where-
not anymore.
He vanished into a large hole that seems to dig deep into the underground of Titan Guts. That was the last place you know that they were at,
About 2 months ago.
and the quest is effectively hunt down hunt down
Hunt
Junior,
down zombie.
so that Zormir can
He's there.
question them about the interplanar bomb they created that originally trapped or sent you to this new reality.
And so that we can remove several of his limbs.
And because Zormir can devise a way to get back.
So the one who went with Hallie.
And Rara's golden idol is the idol that you have aboard your ship and occasionally use to bait out the iceberg.
Yeah, the Buddha statue. And Dr. Doom Inspire is on the docket.
They were the rebellion contact and specialist in celestial knowledge that both the professor and the point wanted to talk to. The point, for unknown reasons, presumably to do with the celestial egg they've secretly had this entire time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we know where the point safes are as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can't get into them though.
Plural.
We didn't try to get into them because Alvina went, let's just put them back for now. We'll deal with that later.
Yeah. There's no keyholes or anything. I can't break into it.
I probably could break into it, but it'd definitely scramble the egg.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
talked about this. We're not eating it.
you're not eating it.
We said we'll discuss eating it later. I believe was
So-
the exact one. I was thinking could it make an interesting pet? If not, we'll eat it. I think it was Alvina.
Oh.
Or actually, no, it was Alvina was, we can either eat it, but the point needs to be here to share in us eating it because it's their egg. So it's only
Yeah.
fair.
I think that was the consensus on it.
Yeah.
Why do you want
so
to
we
eat
have
the
a
celestial
god
egg?
egg as well.
We don't know.
I mean, how many times do you get the opportunity to eat a celestial egg?
Only occasionally.
You shouldn't be eating a celestial egg.
Why not?
Okay. You right there, little buddy? I say it to the sprite. I'm not shaking them around anymore.
Yeah, don't give it a concussion.
It's alive.
Does the sprite speak? It does no common, but it's disoriented. It's not going to initially speak common. Let's see. I'm gotta get into actor mode now. I am a sprite. I am
With a mushroom in your
discombobulated.
head.
The mushrooms dropped off now that you've revived them. They're no longer under control. I just assume everything I'm about to say is in a high-pitched voice, because dear God, I'm not even going to try that.
That is fair.
Mhm.
Begins looking around. As you can see, his eyes are still kind of half closed. He's doing that frowny face you do when you have a migraine.
I'm assuming that was in Sylvan.
It wasn't Sylvan, yes.
Oh, Avina, grab it. Grab it. Take it down to the mess hall.
I'm holding it in my hand already. Okay.
Yeah. Down to the mess hall, everybody.
Oh, I've
I
got an
think it's still
idea.
broken.
No, I know it'll fix it.
Here
I
on
got
the
it at
table.
vessel. No. Gwen, find me the honey.
No, don't need to. Once we're inside the mess hall, I've cast Hallow on it and everyone can speak languages here.
Oh.
In our downtime, the mess hall is you can speak whatever language you want and everyone can understand you.
Cool.
Yeah, we
I don't have
can't
a
actually
shield on
move
me.
the
What was the
sprite.
Yeah, we can't move the sprite yet.
I did it there, and I think I did it weirdly the animal bit in case there's one of them
There
that
you
could speak.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I don't remember why I have a shield on me. I know I got a buff that gave it me, but I don't remember what it was. So it's probably.
Oh, it's probably when you were in the dream sequence and getting a buff from the armor.
It could be a golden thing as well. The
Is that a plus
guardian.
3?
I don't know. I put an icon on myself or something. Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was
fair.
the Golden Guardian. It was the Golden Guardian's buff. That's what I put it on.
Ah. Fair.
I put a specific one on to remind me that I had it.
As you bring the sprite down, for all those who can't speak Sylvan, for those who can't speak Sylvan, it was just saying where am I, what's going on. As you bring it into the kitchen and are all able to understand the creature, it continues mumbling. Oh, my head. Oh, oh God, it's so sore. What happened? I felt like I was floating. Did I die?
You died technically twice.
The creature begins blinking its eyes, kind of tears forming at the end as it kind of blinks away its disorientation. Its eyes begin to go wide as it takes in the environment around you.
It's in Alvina's hand.
And then are you squeezing? Like, are you just holding firmly? Are you squeezing a little bit tightly?
Holding firmly,
Okay.
not squeezing tightly.
So it's kind of looking down at your hand now. Kind of looks up at you. Looks at the rest of the party. Wait.
I think you can let them go now, Alvina.
I'm making sure it doesn't fall to the floor. He seems a bit out of it.
Put it on the
Alright.
table.
What's happening? What?
Put them on the table.
What's going on?
I offer a undescribable berry that we've got from somewhere. I've collected a lot of random food bits.
Would you like an egg?
Congratulations, you kill it.
I had I think a berry would work or something like that. Something that I know sprites like to eat.
Oh, is this an offering? Are you friendly, largings?
Yes.
No.
That one's not. I am.
I see. I mean, it's not like my fate can get much worse than the ordeal I've already been through. Did you release the sprite?
Yeah, I put it on the table.
As the sprite kind of like takes stock off itself, kind of checking itself over for wounds and damages, seeing it did just die after all.
Twice.
You notice the sprite kind of just staring at their wrists and kind of glancing down at their ankles as there's a smile that creeps across their face.
Yeah, we got those off you.
I'm free. Oh, my torment is finally at an end.
Right,
So-
it's free.
Was something controlling you then?
Oh, you have no idea the horror I've endured. Imprisonment for years now, forced to do the biddings of cruel masters.
Well, if you could help us out and point us in the direction of that former master, I'd like to give him a bit of piece of my own mind and give him a kicking.
And know, good sir, that I would wish nothing more than to see the downfall of such tyrants. Unfortunately, my masters are tricky, though, and while under their spell, I'm afraid my memory is foggy of my time. I see nothing but recollections and you see, he seems to be trying to say something, but every time he tries, it's almost like his throat kind of swells up. I'm afraid I can't divulge the secrets. I'm still afflicted by some blocker.
Hey Gwen, you got anything for that?
I mean, I've got Greater Restoration. That should
That might do it.
cure if you're still being cursed.
Yeah, I was
or-
about to say if it's a curse, that might work.
But it is my big spell for the day, so I'm just
Yeah.
seeing if I have remove curse prepared. I don't believe I do though.
I could ask it. Do you think it's a curse that's stopping you?
From what I recall, it's definitely something of an arcane nature. My masters were a society of wizards and rangers who mixed in spells of enslavement and control.
Yeah.
Well, if I haven't heard a good reason to do something against slavers, is always a good idea. Right. Come over here, little one.
Oh, yes. What do you need me to do? Please, I'm at your mercy.
I cast Greater Destination on it.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm trying to remove a curse.
my memory, it's clearing up. Yes, there's still dark patches where I've repressed something, but I think I can at least divulge to you the basic information that I know. They call themselves the name. Oh, the name is so vile.
The name that is on this piece of paper somewhere.
The name that is in my notes. It is.
Yes, it says here, right here on the tip of my mind. The Brotherhood of the Empress.
Empress.
Oh, even speaking it sent shivers down my spine.
Hmm.
Just looking at Lou. Is it a cult you recognise?
Do you know these guys?
Did you join
I
this
don't know
cult?
these guys, but could it be the same Empress we acquired that ship from when we escaped Ironcore?
She wasn't the empress. She was the princess.
Yeah.
Maybe it's her mum.
No, she has a mum. She has a dad. She's already got a mum, right?
I would.
Well, I mean, I assume that's how dragons are made.
She's not a dragon.
She's
These
an
are
elemental.
fire giants we were
She's
talking
an
about there.
elemental. She's a pure elemental, not a giant.
She's
Surely they
an
both have,
elementals.
you know.
I
Mum
don't
and
know,
dads.
honestly.
How do elementals reproduce?
That's the one.
I assume asexually.
I was about to say, I imagine they could just rip a bit of themselves off and make it into a new being at certain power levels.
Sawed off just shrugs. Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I know he does.
Absolutely horrifying as an idea.
Okay. I am assuming none of us have heard anything about an empress that it could be.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, unless I think Gwent's the only one that may have. If there's someone who's famously the empress.
But if
It
it's
is-
I'm guessing the secret society usually secret.
Well, it could be there's a being that's been referenced as the empress before. Is the main thought. Like
Plus, with your
cults
tenuous
usually.
connection to the Monstro Guild,
Yeah.
might be
Hilariously, there's I think Alvina might have the highest chance of knowing.
Oh really?
It's only depends on how much they care about Fantasian conflicts.
She'd have listened to them. I imagine
So
there'd be a lot of
everyone
stories.
roll me a history check, and we're gonna see who may have some vague recollection. There is something similar back in the main sphere that may or may not be useful.
Does Alvina get
Well,
any
we'll see.
bonuses, or is it just straight history?
Given your disposition as a character, I'm gonna say you have disadvantage and advantage, so it cancels out.
That's fair. I've
You
heard the
advantage 'cause
story.
It actually pertains to the realm that you came from, but you have disadvantage. You don't seem to be interested in history in the slightest.
It's been stories around the campfire, so I've probably heard it. I got the second highest with a -2, by the way.
Lou, you
That's
just
why I'm laughing.
remember this
Lou-
cult now.
Lou knows cults, and Alvina has heard it round the campfire. I rolled a hard 17, damn. Got a 15. But...
So, Lou, you vaguely have you're aware of at least one entity that kind of monikered themselves as an empress back in the main sphere. You don't know if there's any relation to this new empress, but hey, what kind of DM would I be if I didn't throw red herrings in everywhere?
Yeah.
Indeed.
As you were exploring the realm of powerful entities that may or may not be patron to various warlock factions, it's you got to the point in your career where you needed to know about what the other warlock patrons or warlock patrons were up to, in case they ever became rivals of your faction. And
Gotta know your enemy.
one of the small subsects, they're not particularly that prominent in Eros and Akaba, so it's more just a footnote. You don't recall particularly any details about how they operate or anything, but you are aware that one of the what's the Shadowfell one called?
The Raven?
No, I meant the Warlock subclass.
Oh, Hexblade.
You are aware that one of the Hexblade patrons is a Disparity Archshadow by the name of the Beast Empress.
But is that just Alvina?
No, a rather dark and cruel figure, as most of the arch shadows. God, can't pronounce things today. They're the counterpart to the Archfey. The Arch Disparity is a dark and horror-filled monstrous land at the best of times, and the Arch Shadows that rule over them are similarly cruel and generally unpleasant. Then again, it's not like the Archfey are much better. They just have a happy-go-lucky smile on it while they murder everyone.
They smile at you while they disembowel you.
Instead of growling at you. But the Beast Empress's motif is that she effectively likes to dominate large game, and her cults that spring up around her are always about hunting and enslaving animals and kind of showing that they are the most dominant. There's occasionally overlap between that and the god Vernus. Although anyone with any religion proficiency will tell you that Vernus, while the god of domination, is actually rather opposed to slavery, and believes that it's dishonorable to enslave your foe, better to dominate them by killing them in battle.
I like that.
That's what comes to your mind, Lou, when you think about the Empress is a small cliff note in your studies of other warlock patrons. For Alvina, it's the same figure. After all, you're both from the main sphere, and this is the only prominent person in the main sphere with the title Empress. With 15, you vaguely remember a story around, particularly from your dragon mentor when talking about the wars of the shadow dragons. The Empress was gleefully took part in said war on the part of Disparity, and was said to test her might by attempting to enslave as many dragons as she could, and had often gone up against the Shadow, fellow Arch Shadow, who they did not get along well with, but temporarily united in the occasional skirmishes and war between Fantasia and Disparity. But she also had a motif of slavery, which recalls to this situation you're in now. Whether or not this is the same entity in this world, or a alternative version, or someone with the same moniker, you have yet to find out.
Yeah. It sounds in the right kind of vein so far, so it might be the alternate version. Whether she's stronger or weaker in this world, we have no fucking clue either.
You're aware of that, just as general knowledge, and the rest of the party will be aware of this as you are high-level adventurers in the Planescape. The Archfey and the Arch Shadows are generally deemed to be on the level of demigods in their power level. They've lived for thousands of years and rule over their respective regions within their realms.
Yeah.
As such, it generally takes quite a lot to even fight toe-to-toe with one, and that's all the information.
I'm getting flashbacks to arrows, by the way. Lots of arrows.
Lots and lots of arrows.
I
Gwent,
mean, poisonous
dwarf.
ones.
A dwarf looking like a hedgehog is flashing through my mind
And yet not dying.
somehow.
Yeah, because there were poisonous arrows and he was very pissed off.
Gwent,
The Lord of the Hunt shows no mercy.
how did the Fae fare in this realm then? Is there any chance it could be some version of this
Empress. Well, she's
Empress?
not a fae, she's a shadow.
shadow?
The other ones.
Well, the shadows and the Fae. How
They're
did they
different.
fare in this sphere? Do you know anything?
I mean, in general, a mummy Fae and a daddy Fae love each other very much. That's how
Oh.
generally Fae come into this world.
Gwent, as you're listening to the party exchange this information between Alvina, Lou, and Zormir, these terms they're using, Fantasia, Disparity, Archfey, Archshadow, those aren't things here. You have no idea what the hell they're talking about. You know what a Fey creature is? They generally are just a type of creature that's split between various factions. There's large segments of the Fey under the control of the Radiant Empire. There are small clusters of Fey aligned with the monarchy and the primal monarchy. You've even heard of some of the more intellectually inclined Fey making good money in the Republic. There are some that are mercenaries in contract with the Monstro Guild. They seem to just be one of the dispersed racial types in this world, not aligned to any one faction, at least not by race.
That's about
I mean-
right for fae, to be honest. They follow their own whims, right?
Like, Fae are just people here. I don't know if they have I'm doing air quotes, in your world, if they are all together, but here they're just people.
I don't think they're even all together in our world, to be perfectly honest. They're just
Yeah.
a bit more in one location, or in only a few locations.
They also tend to hunt noids for their souls and for power-ups.
What doesn't?
Yep, as does nearly every monster, because they are technically a monster, and they do still feast on anything with a humanoid soul.
Silly question. If I feasted on something with a humanoid soul, would I get a power up?
Alvina's already trying to go on
Whoa.
to this line of
What
thinking.
about fuck you?
I'm not sure if fuck you counts as a humanoid soul.
No, but fuck you, take souls.
You
Oh,
do have a
shadows,
dual.
Sorry.
You do have a
Can
dual
we
class,
stop
don't you?
talking about eating and devouring people's souls? There
Do you
are
perform the soul ritual?
people who have just revived.
Note to DM: hybrids apparently can devour soul. Well, can hybrids devour souls? Question mark. Look into.
Looking at the very tiny and one would say snackable sized chain sprite.
No, it's not humanoid. Actually, it is humanoid. It's weird.
It is a humanoid, so I guess it has a
Weird.
soul now.
We've given it a soul. We've given it a soul.
We're not
I mean,
snacking on
would fit
each
in
other.
would fit in a bread roll. is all I'm
No,
saying.
it's not. We're not killing us right.
We're not snacking on each other's souls here. This is just stupid.
You
This
also
is
don't
how-
devour souls by eating the creature. There's no like actual devourment. It requires like a sacrificial ritual, effectively.
I don't think Gwen would know that, so
And-
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the sandwich idea. Little bit of mayonnaise, bit of cheese.
Wait, they
This
do
is-
that in the main sphere as well, don't they?
This is how you get zombies. Totally.
Devouring souls. Yeah. It's why there's always conflict between humanoids or noids and monsters. Is because monsters want to capture noids. It's kind of the main gimmick of Alterra. It gives a inbuilt reason for the conflict.
Hilarious enough, there's a small chance that Alvina has at least been told about it, but she doesn't know how to do it.
It also technically doesn't have to be like classic monster hunts. There are entire like cultures and societies
Yeah.
that evolve around when you get old, you effectively give yourself as tribute to some noble protector to like power up a village protector monster or something.
Yeah, I'm like a dragon.
Yeah.
For instance.
No.
Well, Gwen's going to try and huff up a soul next time something dies. See if it works. Do a line of soul.
Note to self: remember to ask how to perform the soul-eating ritual at some point to someone.
Note to
Actually,
self.
But yes.
Would we
anyway,
know that?
More
I'm-
sessions
also-
of
it's also one of the
psychiatry
reasons
for
why-
Alvina.
Monsters generally kidnap people, and why there's always like a window of opportunity for heroes to go save someone, and why the monster just wouldn't eat them straight away.
Yeah, because that's prep and things.
So it gives a nice like game reason for why monsters don't just immediately kill you. They would rather knock you out, take you home, and give you a chance to escape.
Yeah.
Because they
It's
need
like
have
when
to.
you
like a
open a
slow
bottle of
cooker.
wine. You pour a little bit of wine, you let it breathe before drinking it.
Yeah, you've got to prep it. Unseasoned soul is not very nice.
Anyway, that's the deal of getting too much into the mechanical thing behind the world.
But yeah, back to us discussing with the little sprite. Okay.
Yes,
So-
is there anything else that you want to know?
Yeah, do you know a rough
Roughly
we
where
should
were you
look
last?
for them?
I remember vast underground caverns and cave systems, tunnels in the dark. It was oh so dark. But it can't have been that far. I remember hearing the distant echoing of the port, of the rails and the carts. It's somewhere in Shadow, in Shadow Cove.
Okay.
The sewers. The
I
guy
don't-
went into the sewers when I was tailing him.
Okay.
Well,
So-
that makes sense then.
So it's got to be somewhere large under the sewers then.
Well, it doesn't have to be that
Open.
large.
Well, open enough that they can perform some kind of ritual.
Lou,
as
how
you
roughly big do the ritual rooms that used to be a cult member in were? How big were they?
As the party learned last week, Shadow Cove has a vast network of underground railroad tunnels and caverns built under the various plateaus, primarily to allow for easy cargo transport between the shops above them. Effectively, every shop has a basement level that connects down into the underground like tram system throughout Shadow Cove. Technically, there are cave entrances on the main map, but I never actually got around to implementing them on the map we have on Roll20. They have been implemented on the new map. So wherever you see like the little like train blocker, that is now a cave entrance.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, Pelly, what's actually your name?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm Galefoot. Galefoot the Swift.
Galefoot the Swift, Tiny Fae. Got it.
Now, get it out of the way then, Alvina.
Hmm?
You know what you're going to ask?
Oh yeah, you can stay with us if you like.
Oh, I'll be honest. I haven't really thought about my life outside of enslavement. I didn't ever think there would be one.
Well, I can promise there'll be lots of food. You will be safe here.
Just don't go in her.
If I may request,
Hmm?
I was not the only of my kind captured when I was enslaved. We had a small village in near
small
the
village.
Celestial Forest.
Okay.
Several of my brethren were also enslaved. They use us as messengers through the caverns. If it's not too much to ask, could you free us all?
Yes.
We would be terribly indebted to you.
Of course we can.
Yes.
They're just like
More.
glow.
The
Alvin is
enthusiastic
like,
Romeo.
yeah. Alvina's got the expression of it, not paying attention to anyone else in the room.
Okay. You will
No debts.
more twisted silver.
Oh, maybe
remove-
one day I could feel the moss beneath my toes and the wind in my hair again.
Why are you standing
Oh,
on
the ba-
moss?
What? The Banshee's forest has a lot of moss.
I mean, moss
Nothing
generally
wrong with
fly around, not like just out on the ground.
No,
Moss, you little
the plant.
Oh,
Moss, you little goblin.
It's like grass,
The
but
thing
smaller.
growing between your toes.
Yeah, I did think it was a bit weird just standing on moss.
It's grass, but you probably could stand on a moth if you're small enough.
I mean, they could.
I think they're a bit big.
Have you ever
well,
stood
no,
on
we,
a
giant-
Nice of the moth.
But giant moths.
we tend to ride wind sparrows.
Ooh.
So
Would
yeah,
you have any idea where we should begin trying to find
I have
your
I
ex-masters?
I know
Oh.
the entrance that we can take, but I've no idea where we're going from there.
Unfortunately, the caverns are confusing, and it was normally the magic that directed us through it. Maybe if you were to take me into the caverns, I might feel something familiar.
Oh, sure thing.
Fair enough.
I've got a good starting spot we can go to, and we can go from there. That's. I imagine that when I was tailing him, he went to the pretty much the closest entrance.
Yes,
So
they would have.
we go to that one, and go from there.
And let's
I
head.
could
Yeah,
could
let's
do
go
with a
before
little
they.
bit- more healing before I go. I'm going to.
Well, while the party gets itself ready to head out on its expedition, you can quickly heal up. You can take the benefits of a short rest while you are just kind of preparing everything and walking over and doing all that general stuff since it's light activity. And with that, while the party discusses any plans they want to do as they arrive at, and I'll eventually transition you to the new map. Also, pick which NPCs you want to bring with you. Do note that if you're wanting an element of surprise or even a remote chance that you might catch some unawares, you might want to keep that in mind with what NPCs you bring with you.
Yeah, we're definitely bringing Gale.
While you do all that, we're going to take a quick 5-second break there. Can we refresh my water and map and stuff?
We're definitely taking Gale. I don't think we should take the golems and things.
We also don't know what the sizes are going to be like.
How big was the sewer grate that I saw? Which is the one we're entering in. I'm assuming like actual like normal manhole size.
Yeah, it is a medium-sized opening, so in
nothing.
theory, a large creature can squeeze through. But as you know, with if that's the case with the caverns itself, they will constantly be at like disadvantage and stuff.
Yeah, there's no point taking the golems. Also, one of the golems is a little damaged, so no point in aggravating it.
Yeah, that will also require a long rest to fully heal in its charging pod.
Yeah, I'll send the injured one into the charging pod to just fix itself up while we're here. Yeah, because I think only one of them got hurt, my one. Because the points one wasn't attached to anybody.
Can you get Sod off to come with us?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Purely as a source of light for Gwen.
I mean, sort of after like the fight and that probably would have gone back into his key anyway. So
Yeah, we can have him out when battle is joined. Otherwise, just hold on to one of us, I think, Gwen. Yeah, I think it's basically just Gale we're taking, right? And sort of.
Yeah.
For our...
yeah, because the golems are going to be way too big.
Yeah, they're gonna be way too big, and honestly, they're a bit fragile. It's handy having them like when we're on home as a home turf advantage kind of thing, rather than. How much else did you have to go? Because I'm assuming we're not gonna get into combat before.
Yeah, don't do that.
Would we try to take Drax or?
Nah, that's asking for trouble. Also, I don't imagine he'd want to go anywhere near us that much Twisted Silver again.
Probably not.
Bad memories.
It's like we're gonna go into debating and deals at that point as well. It's like, you know what? It's not really. We'll be fine.
Right. Well, in that case, before we go, then I will just do the Hills inspiration for everybody, including Sodoff, because there's 6 of us.
Hey.
So, hey, you know what? Take some temp hit points. 22.
Thank you. I've actually just
Nice.
thought of something.
Go.
You know that sod off as an option
Yes.
Yep.
for the heal. You could do the Fey, and it's actually got about 11 times its max health extra.
Yeah, we can do that.
In
Yeah,
case it
Gale
gets
can have
shot.
it.
In case it gets shot once and dies, which means we have to raise another resurrection on it.
Yeah.
Yep. So everybody's got a D10 as well
Ooh,
Nice.
thank you.
for attack ability check or saving throw.
So,
So if you're stealthing, it could be useful as well.
yeah.
Oh,
So
it's a D10.
is Sodoff getting the 22, or
Um,
is we giving that to?
I'm okay. Let's go for Gale then.
Yeah.
Keep Gale alive.
It's way more health on Gale is the main thought. Because sort of they can take care of themselves. Also, they're immune to a bunch of shit because they're an elemental.
Much health?
22
Temp.
temp.
22 temp.
Which is literally, considering Gale has 2 health max.
Yeah.
Gale feel pumped.
Yeah, Gale is the strongest they've ever been.
To be honest, Sodoff's hit points are more or less on par with Alvina. They've
Yeah.
got 123.
Yeah, he's got slightly more health than Alvina. He's a fire elemental, and they're pretty hefty beasts. Like all elementals.
Plus, teenager as well.
Yeah.
When you get over 100 with the 10 hit points.
Yeah, I'm at 142 with 10 hit points.
I mean, fuck you.
A large 102.
Fuck you's base health points is 102.
Oh. Must be lucky to have all that health there.
And I have 92 HP.
With temporary hit point.
Yeah.
Mighty,
Jesus.
mighty number.
Sorcerers are squishy.
Good
Sorcerers
God.
are very squishy. And he's not even the sorcerers that increases, like, durability. I think he's actually the only sorcerer class that doesn't increase his durability, because every other one's got something. Even if one of them is just you move around a lot.
Bob, how close are you to getting fully healed?
On 67 out of 104.
Did you roll hit die? Because, we
You've
took
got
a short
reverse
rest.
short rest, so you can actually just heal yourself. But
Alright.
I assumed you had done so.
No.
yeah, he said he was that low. It was late now. Just roll them
Reverse.
all, honestly. At least like half of them.
The only reason I rolled a short rest is because I get my bardic back.
Yeah, I get a short rest because I get my hammer, my fisher back.
I get. Oh, actually, do I get Channel Divinity back for short rest?
I don't
Hang on.
think
Fuck you.
so.
Fuck you's also got a thing to do.
Yeah,
whilst
I do.
you're short rest.
Do
You
you?
get
Oh,
an
nice.
extra-
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, whilst doing it, fuck you also plays a Song of Rest, and anyone that's rolling hit die gets an extra D8
Hey,
to add to your HP.
heal yourself up, Zoma.
Mhm.
Guy hilariously didn't take any damage in the last fight because it only successfully punched me once, and that went straight to the golem.
How much?
So you get
D8 extra.
yeah, just one D8 extra. Not including any con mods or anything. So it's just a straight D8.
It's not bad. Better than a kick in the teeth.
Too short a max?
Too short? You'll be fine.
Just to let you know, I've got no 3rd level spells and no 5th level spells left because I've been using them for Revivify and whatnots. So
Yeah.
just to be aware,
Yeah,
it's
if we
4 for
die-
nothing, baby.
If resurrect, if you got any, you can revivify at 4th, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
Cool.
I mean, you can always use higher spell slots to cast lower spells. It's just, why would you usually?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Revivify doesn't specify that you can cast at higher level, but
it means it just doesn't get any extra benefits.
Yeah.
Is all.
Yeah, you can always cast higher
I'll
levels.
make them
That is
extra
me back.
healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping that Gwen won't need to cast it.
It's nice to have in the back pocket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I was
I
mainly
agree
thinking
with
for
that, but
NPCs more than for us as well.
I mean, do you
in
at
this
least have
case.
gentle repose?
I do not.
No?
I don't think it's actually a cleric spell.
Got Spare the Dying as a cantrip. As close as you're going to get.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's good enough.
I,
Yeah.
I think gentle repose is like wizard and ranger.
I'm
and things.
sure I've had gentle repose as a cleric before.
It might be one of the domain. It might be a domain spell. The cleric.
Oh no,
The other
I
one-
would have it, I just don't prepare it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if
Because-
it was like grave clerics only get it. That would be like I could see that. I don't play clerics. So I've got no fucking idea how most of that shit works.
I mean, I play a cleric on like Sundays, but he mainly does barbarian shit at the minute.
Yeah, I'm in 3 different games and 3 different systems. I'm technically playing a barbarian in all 3. I'm playing a dragony fiery barbarian in 2 of them. Then the 3rd one, I'm just the big guy in the cyberpunk party. So, kind of barbarian-y.
Okie dokie. Right. It's mostly the map setup. I just need to figure out where the hell you guys are coming from, and I think I'm gonna place you there. Okay, so gather everyone on the top deck who you are taking on your expedition, and presumably you will be going through the grate that you saw earlier.
Yes.
And also that is us now back.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone. I don't
Yeah.
think we're taking any of the.
I think all the NPCs we're grabbing are the ones that are actually just in there with us at the moment. Oh yeah, also, where do I put 10 pit points? I'll put it here. How many 10 pit points, Gale has?
22.
No, I just put it in on his character model.
Ah,
I should also note that you are technically going out into Shadow Cove, so all of the non-noids feel that discomforting static repulsion feeling
Yes.
whenever they go out. That Sawed Off ever complains about when you take them out of their Pokeball. They're fine when they are in their Pokeball.
I'm assuming Gale's gonna be like in my backpack until we get into the actual.
Yeah, luckily the feeling seems to just only check if you have a humanoid status, and if you do, then it assumes you're allowed to be there, but whatever magic is cast over Shadow Cove, you have noticed that Sawed Off seems to have the inability to remember the location of Bastion, or the desire to go walking around exploring Shadow Cove.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
But as you grab that,
standard teen stuff.
yeah, are you guys you have a couple moments if you what am I asking here? What have you planned? What are you planning on doing? Talk the DM through what your plans are as I move your characters to the map.
Current plan is to basically go to the sewer grate that Alvina saw the guy go into, and then follow Gale to the place, basically, hopefully, and be sneaky about it. And then kill everyone with there, possibly. I don't know the plan after that.
You taking any items or equipment? You can assume that if you're going into a cave system, it is going to be dark. For those without dark vision, have you got dark vision goggles, or are you bringing any light sources?
Yeah,
Gwen has
I
the
cast
light
light.
spell, don't you?
yeah, I've got the light spell, and also why Zormir is distracted by something, I'm just gonna cast Death Ward on him.
Yeah.
Death Ward. I was gonna say, Gwent, does he want me to change the enhancement, the infusion on the item?
Nope. Being
Or do you
able
wanna
to run
stick
up
with
the
Spider Clan?
ceiling. Oh, being able to run up the ceiling is exactly what I wish for. You can't stop me if I run up a ceiling.
Okay.
Also,
well,
pulse on the ceiling, kind of funny.
Spider horse.
so you
Spider horse.
you will have 6 charges of that.
Yeah.
Well,
6 charges of spider climb. Damn.
yeah. Well,
Spider Gwent.
I can recharge it every time I take a.
Short rest.
I think it's a short rest or a long rest. Whenever.
But yeah, I think that's the plan. Unless anyone else has got a bit.
Alright, and then good luck everyone on trying to find where you are, because like 90% of this is fog of war.
Well, I found the bad guy. I haven't found us, but I found the bad guy.
Oh, I found us.
We're split. No. Yeah.
Chris,
No,
we
we're
can
not.
see, I can see these. By the way, Chris.
Yeah,
Who
I
knows
see
who they
them
are?
too. That's why I
Go
said
on.
we're split.
Shh. Let me just shuffle the battleships around. To be fair, the question now is, how do you get there?
Yeah.
It's not like it's a straight line. But more importantly,
Climb
this
on
is,
Gwen and go along the ceiling.
as some of you may or may not have noticed, I've been playing around with lighting and cave systems lately. Not for the viewers, for the players. This is a pre-decorated map, so as such, it just has the walls and the terrain in it. Assume that all the corners have either variations of rocks, mushrooms, or whatever else you'd imagine in a cave. It is dark. It is predominantly dark, occasionally dimly lit by glowing luminescent mushrooms, similar to the rest of Shadow Cove, giving it that dark blue twilight aesthetic to it.
Just for note, by the way, Chris, my dark vision is 60 feet. My dim light vision is a mile.
To be fair, I don't think that'll matter. I don't think you're ever going to get line of sight on a mile while in a twisting cave system.
Yeah, I was basically just going, if it's important and there's like huge.
But that is my next question of what are each of your passives for no particular reason. Definitely because the cultists will
60.
not have booby trapped anything. Don't know what you're talking about. I'll go by name because I wasn't paying attention to what you just shouted. Alvina.
15 in barbarian danger sense, which applies to traps. So.
I believe that only gives you advantage on saves, right?
Yes, but it's just
Yeah.
a thing to note, essentially.
Oh, that's fine. Yes, you assume that you could. Well, I guess if you can see them. Invisible traps. Zormir.
60.
60. Wow.
16, not 60.
Yeah, I know.
Bob can see right through reality.
F you.
12. No, sorry, that's investigation. 14 for perception.
Gwent.
23.
Yep.
Hilariously, though, you're also the one without dark vision. What was the
Oh.
range of your light source?
Well, that is 20 foot bright, 20 foot extra
Dim.
on that dim light. So
It's a
40
shame that dim light gives you disadvantage on that passive and a -5, huh?
Yeah.
That's-
That's the bit I'll be
It still
nasty
makes it
about.
18,
Wow,
which
that's
ain't
still
bad.
Yep, that's still an 18. Hot damn. 18 at disadvantage. Lou,
13 passive perception.
just in case you may get split up. Who knows? I don't know what's
It's
gonna
60
happen.
feet dark vision.
That's fine. I assume all of you are like 60 feet higher than Gwen.
16.
Nice. Alrighty then. So, as you go down in through the cave, the ladders going down into the cave network beneath Shadow Cove into what I have deemed the Shadow Cave map, because I'm so original. You find yourself in a not particularly large. It's maybe about 10 feet in either direction. Occasionally it opens up into a more modest 20 to 30 root cavern. Occasionally squeezes into a 5-foot bottleneck. Sound seems to almost be absorbed by the rock around you, leading to a very uncomfortable silencing effect. There's no echoing, and yet occasionally you'll hear murmurs, unrelated and disconnected from your own voice, almost, well, kind of similar to the sound you hear whenever you pass the staircase late at night.
Mushrooms are talking to each other.
But as you come down, you arrive in this cavern. As you look around, there seems to be no traces, for those who have proficiency in survival, of any footsteps. It looks like, however, the slavers are traveling, they seem to be able to mask their footsteps completely, presumably magically.
They did say they were rangers, so that kind of makes sense.
Yes, they appear to be a mix of a ranger wizard society who specializes in enslavement. Cool. How much have the players been interacting and asking about the quirks of the city? You've been predominantly busy. Some of you have been going about. What kind of check would this be? Everyone give me a charisma history check.
Charisma history.
I just want to see if you've picked up any rumors about the Shadow Caves while you've been here for the last week.
I'll just roll persuasion because that is basically I don't have proficiency in either one, but my
I feel like
charisma is higher than my
Charisma
history.
history is the ability to recall gossip.
Damn!
Alvina's been gossiping to all heavens.
She's been getting into arguments with people about how to get lava, to be fair, so it kind of makes sense.
Mine should be.
And I guess if anyone has a character trait that disposes them to gossiping or like talking with locals or learning local tales, you can have advantage.
That'd be a 19 then.
Hang on. What's Fucky's background? I think it's criminal. Yeah, criminal/spy. Would that count for Fucky?
Dead Dr. Zoom, it still says dead on your character.
I don't know if you'd listen too much to like what's effectively like urban legend gossip.
Okay.
Let me know if ever comes up with like where thieves might be hanging out or like who's got the most money. Definitely, but I'm more looking for interest in like urban gossip or urban horror stories.
Yeah. So that
not
I
too much.
believe is a. Oh no, it would be a 16 for that then. So that's including my jack of all trades on it.
What was Zormir's?
My charisma's a +2, so that'd be
19.
19.
Okay, so
So
Zormir
it's
and Alvina.
rolling history and adding.
Roll me a charisma check and then add add a proficiency if you have proficiency in history. For those who have different modifiers on their like base stat to other stats, I always advise roll the whatever the base stat is, so charisma, dex, whatever, and then just add proficiency if you happen to have proficiency in it.
Mhm.
Damn, Lou, do you have proficiency in
No, I
history?
don't.
Then even just sheer charisma. Party's really been gossiping around town, which I guess makes sense. You are adventurers. I feel like the first thing you do is kind of get like a hook on any adventuring beads.
Yeah, makes sense.
As you've been talking to locals, and to be fair, you also already had knowledge of the Shadow Caves because the DM gave it to you. So presumably this is how. You've been talking about, is there any interesting quests out there, any interesting gossip or rumors? Occasionally, the conversation would steer towards, oh, do you know about the Shadow Caves? To which some of you would replied, no, tell me about the Shadow
Tell me
Caves.
more.
Right
Tell
there,
me
wow.
more, NPC.
Tell me more, quest giver. Why are you calling me quest giver? Don't worry about it.
The Shadow Caves, while predominantly used for transportation of goods to the higher plateaus, also extend beyond that and a little bit further out to the east and west, to the east and north. Not to the west. The west is nothing but space.
Space. Okay.
And for those who delve into the forgotten caverns of the Shadow Caves, occasionally they come back with stories of not only hearing whispering, but of seeing shadows, large, umbering shadows throughout the caverns. Creatures that come out of the ground themselves to try and devour those who go off course. They call them the Shadow Hulks.
I really hope I'm right.
Probably, if it's what I'm thinking of.
Dangerous
You are as well,
creatures that should be avoided for those who go exploring off the rail beaten path. It's heavily advised that children do not go too far from whatever rail system they're working. As you look around, you notice there are no rails here. How far off the beaten path are you? In the distance, you hear a strange, echoing wail that you can't quite be certain it's there. It seems to almost reverberate at the back of your head rather than through your ears. But anyway, the party is in a cavern. There is a path to the north and a path to the south. What would you like to do? We are now in free play mode.
I'm gonna ask Gale. Okay, you can come out now. Any indication which way?
Let me just check. Let me just recall all that I can. I will have advantage for this because I have been here before, I think.
Probably.
Unfortunately, I'm crap at natural direction, so this will just be a +1.
There's no sense of direction. No idea.
I think.
I have no memory of this place, Gandalf moment.
I think it might be to the southwest.
Yeah, I was about to say it's gonna be southwest to maybe told us to go, isn't it?
Yes, to the southwest. That's truly test the player's ability, not to metagame. The southwest sounds about right.
Honestly, I'm fine with this because
We head southwest.
I mean,
Yeah, but it's like cool.
Does anyone have keen mind?
No.
Nope.
No.
It'd be really useful to draw out this map because I might actually cover up.
Dormy's a cartographer, though, isn't he?
I'm a cartographer, but do you really want me have me drawing out maps whilst we're...
Well, we're in the place. A thing about cartography, usually it's be able to follow maps and write them, not chart the course while manually doing it to find a location we don't know where it is.
Everyone, go ahead and move your characters. Who's leading the party?
I imagine Alvina.
Well, yeah, I would
With
just
the-
said
with
Alvina with
With the directions, with the direction sprite on the shoulder.
I'll be holding... I'll be holding the back just in case something comes in from behind. So with the
Yeah.
ones who can take a bit of a kicking on...
As usual, the two who can take a beating are at the either end of the pie. Or at least used to taking a beating.
Alright, just gotta pull up my old cavern encounters.
Yeah. We are
as-
traveling stealthily, and I've got a gargoyle cloak if that matters.
A gargoyle cloak if that matters. Alright, as you travel south and around the bend, you find yourself at a crossroads, one heading up to the north, another heading down to the south. The sprite looks about unconfused. Maybe if we go south, there's a path to the west.
Okay. I'm willing to go with that.
The rest of the party follows suit as darkness and creeps behind you as the fog of war covers areas up. As you head south, Alvina, roll me a d6.
Six.
Here comes the nothingness.
Immediately.
Sorry, I noticed something on the map that if you ever get to it, it's going to be hilarious.
I hope we
We
find it.
find Junior.
We find Junior. That would be a call.
Alvina, with your passive perception, you notice. Oh, do you notice? 1 second.
15. 15 with no disadvantages at all. Which is hilarious.
You notice a glint from Gwent's light source just ahead of you. It seems to be a little bit of sparkle sticking out of the ground behind 2 mushrooms.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
How far away is it?
It's as you're kind of approaching up to a corner in the south here, maybe about 6 feet to your left, or 6 feet ahead of you to your left. Just as Gwent's light kind of comes around the corner and like flashes off it.
I'm going to eyeball it, basically. Because I can discern precise details up to 100 feet away. So.
Give me a perception check.
Yes.
Even in dim light.
Yep. Eagle vision means that I have no disadvantages at all for dim light.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's another nice little plus about the ability. 20.
Not only are you able to discern what is causing the sparkle, you're also able to take in the play of shadows upon the effectively dirt mound to understand a rough outline of the shape that appears to be half buried here between the 2 mushrooms, in which the mushrooms seem to be semi-growing out of. The silver glint itself appears to be caused by a metal copper bead.
Okay.
Or not bead, but glossy imprint. We'll get to. I'm just going to describe the rest of it, and it'll make sense in hindsight. As you look into the rest of the mound, it appears to be some form of tome, a book buried into the mound, forgotten. There's a metallic lettering border on the cover of the book that is causing it as a corner of the book is sticking out of the dirt.
Do I see anything else in the area? So there's a little book with a little copper clasp kind of thing. Or a bead.
It's like metal ink that's just been kind of done to make a nice fancy border on the front cover.
Right, gotcha.
But that only a corner is unburied. The rest is kind of buried, so it's not reflecting anything. But you're seeing the little corner of the book cover. As you glance around, it appears to be a regular cavern. There's rocks and mushrooms. There's nothing else out of place. It looks like, from all intents and purposes, somebody has accidentally dropped or lost or maybe even buried or attempted to bury this book here.
Okay. I'm gonna basically put my sword up. I'm gonna draw. I've not had my weapons drawn, but I'm gonna basically put up for a sec. Go. I see a book over there. I'm gonna see what it is. If I get grabbed by something, shoot it.
Can't shoot anything.
That's
Someone
your
else
fault
shoot
for
it.
giving your gun away, isn't it?
I can.
Yeah, Lou, shoot it.
I mean, I've got
And I'm
a
gonna-
short bow, but
I'll see if it looks
See,
samples.
there's options.
Yeah. The Alvin is gonna go and pick up the book.
We read faster with books.
I've
Not
got
to
that,
read them,
animal
no,
I've got
but-
that animal husbandry book.
That's
I'm
right.
saying that
I have mastered
as you
the
leave.
eggs chapter off. Okay, does the book attack me?
The book does not attack you. With your natural strength, you're able to pull the book out. It looks like some corners of the book have dissolved away from the mushroom's roots, eating them for nourishment. Unfortunately, whenever you read this book, there is a 1 in 4 chance that the bottom page has been eaten, or the information you're looking for was on the bottom page. However, you do get 3/4 Gonna have to write this up. 1 times 3/4 of in large gold lettering on the front with what appears to be an engraving of a or kind of a semi-transparent engraving of a ship in the background is How to Talk Like an Astral Pirate by Herbert Hubbub.
Like an astral
Pirate.
book.
To someone that is technically a pirate.
Who is technically an astral pirate? Okay. By Herbert Hubbub.
But why this book is here, or who this book belonged to, that's actually supposed to be 2 B's and Hubbub. I accidentally mistyped
Oh, I actually put 2 B's automatically in it.
You have no idea.
Okay.
This is just what you randomly discover in the Shadow Caves.
Huh.
Well, what's the book?
How to talk like an astral pirate.
Uh,
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Someone dropped
just-
it, I guess. It's just. Someone want this, or I'll just put it in my bag.
No, you keep it. I
Alright.
think it just give me a headache.
Yeah. Yeah, Alvin just pockets it for potential later, like light reading.
I was gonna say, if you do keep it, fuck you, definitely want it.
As I say, if you've got any strong feelings about wanting it, then I'll be able to hand it. I think that'll be hilarious. So, I
Well,
guess we're going south still.
As darkness encroaches all around you.
Wow, this dog's really closing in.
Told you, it's a nothingness.
It's the abyss.
It is. As we get down, I feel like it's time to give Sprite another chance to try and remember as to where they're going. And as you get down to your next crossroads, a path leading north, west, east, and south,
Mhm.
you can see Galefoot. Yeah, it's
Gale.
Galefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Galefoot getting more visibly distressed, kind of looking around. No, this doesn't make sense. No, there isn't a path to the west. Oh no, I think we've been I think I've gotten turned around. I think we were supposed to head northeast.
Oh, okay.
back we go.
So we go back on ourselves or did the other path?
Sounds like we passed Albuquerque.
I don't know. What do you think? There's this north path we haven't explored, but we could always double back and try to explore one of the other north paths. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. People get turned around all the time.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
code system. It's fine.
Yeah.
What would the party like to do? Take the new untraveled path north, or double back on themselves?
Double back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back.
My vo-
I'm fine either way. Like,
When you say untraveled, is that by completely untraveled or just
By you, by
untraveled
the
by
party.
us?
like us.
Does the party shuffle around while they are effectively turning around, or do you inverse your leading order? What do you do? There is obviously a nice little nexus point here you can use to effectively kind of turn yourselves around, so you're not having to all squeeze through each other, or you could just reverse march.
First march. I'll go for.
Yeah, we
I'll
reverse
leave
march
yours
and then
one.
revert and then change around our order when we're actually up in the starting bit again.
I think it's like this
Double.
pathway here.
It was this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know,
will
but-
change my note on the wall
What I think.
to say this is the right way.
Okay.
We'll get to what you do in this split in a second. Well, apparently Zormir's leading the charge back to the original bit. Fair enough. As you're going back here, Zormir, I need you to roll me a d6.
Right.
As we hover up more of the paths.
Ah.
Oh, guys, come on, you gotta.
Trapping several characters. Another 6. You also find another book about how to talk like a pirate.
As you continue north, you all hear a sound, a small scurrying metallic noise. Occasionally, it seems to be metal against stone as you travel up into this little alcove up here with Zormir, or I guess technically you said you were wanting to shuffle back around when you got here, so it'd be Alvina leading the charge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have it be Zormir encounters as it kind of like comes into view as you're just kind of passing this nexus point though. Zormir rolled the dice.
Yes.
Where was it? Zormir, do your ears deceive you? Is that the sound of a mechanical contraption hitting itself against a wall? Why, yes, it's unmistakable. How can Zormir not recognize the sound of a mechanical object seemingly beating itself against stone? It's a sound that's so familiar to you.
It's Mecha Dobby.
Who's got a spare sock?
However, as you look around, Zormir, the sound is getting to you, but it seems to be stifled. It seems to be bouncing around off the rocks itself and not currently in your line of sight. However, you do believe that the sound is coming from this north right passage. What would you like to do as your party begins walking past it? Or walking, I don't know, as you get here. I'll leave it up to the party if they want to go left or right. Yeah, you guys can be up there now.
Yeah, I imagine we'll be asking, like, Gale which way do they think it is, and then Zormir hears a noise, so...
What way does Gale say?
Why, I don't... Let me see. Does Gale remember anything? Let's find out.
Oh, maybe.
To the northwest.
North left.
North,
Left.
left.
Because one is always north, and therefore 8 is northwest.
Mhm.
So to the
Right,
top
that's
left.
north.
That way.
Yes, Gale is indicating to go to the left of this forking path, whereas Zormir, you're hearing this mechanical clanging from the right path. What would you like to do?
There's something up that way.
Huh?
Yes.
Would you
seems
like to detour to find out, or continue on?
it's mechanical and clanging itself against the wall.
It might be something that's useful.
It might
Or it
also
might
be
Yeah, nothing.
might also be my robot.
No, it could be a robot. What's made of metal?
Half.
As the darkness begins enclosing upon you again, it seems to almost be psychologically motivated, this darkness.
It really is. It's like, damn it.
We could wait here and you could have a look.
What, you're going to send me up there by myself again?
Yes.
If you like.
If it's your robot,
I mean, we can wait for you here if
Technically,
you
your
want us to. I
son,
can go
if
with
you,
you if you also want to, so I don't really mind.
I mean,
I'd also
no
like to
offense
know
to
what...
any of you, but fuck you, shouldn't you look? Seeing as you are, stealthy.
Well, it also would help to know what the hell could be creeping up behind us if it doesn't turn out to be my robot.
Also true.
Alright, I mean, I can go have a look, definitely.
Yeah.
Nothing hurts with you having a look. I'll stay nearby.
So, fuck you. This way, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stuffy up. Lampshade on head.
All right, give me a stealth check as you head out.
sneaky, sneaky.
You are.
I mean,
Okay.
not a good
Um,
roll.
Using the direction of the sound, you're able to follow it to where you identify, or to where it seems to be located. I was going to put an icon, but it's not really things justifying back on, so I'm just going to put a little X. There you go. As you come up, actually, as you're getting closer to the origin of the sound, Fukyu, you feel a strange, almost wave of compressed air wash over you. You recognize it to be a psychic disturbance in the area. Roll me a charisma save.
I'm very happy I decided not to go up there.
I'm gonna.
Not bad.
Yeah. Not bad for a +9, that's awful.
Oh fuck.
That's worse.
Oh. Yeah, that is a 14.
Oh, can you add, what's it called to it?
You can add your
Gwent's
D10.
ability. The D10. 18? It's not bad.
18. That should
Okay.
be okay.
18. You push through the confusing aura and continue onward, your eyes focused ahead of you. And as you come into view of the object, you notice a small mechanical rodent that seems to have a wind-up pin on its back, currently doing cartwheel jumps. How the hell do I describe that?
Jumping jacks.
Currently jumping and spinning in midair and bashing into the wall as it does so.
Somersault.
Excellent.
Somersault. It's
It's
somersault.
Sonic
Yeah,
Spin Dash by the sound of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I
But
love
you're
the
not
idea
hitting the
of
wall.
it just doing a sonic spin dash. So it's not just a somersault; it's now a spin dash. It seems to just be have been wound up and is just beating itself against the wall. What would you like to do?
It's a very slow mining tool.
Yeah. How big is it?
It is a rather technically a tiny sized creature, but it's like a small RC car.
Right.
In the guise of a rat. It's a giant RC car or remote control car rat.
As it's moving around, is the key on its back turning or is it stationary?
It is turning.
It is turning. Okay. Fuck you's gonna try hold the key to see if it stops.
Yeah, you have a strong enough, high enough sleight of hand. I don't think you need to try to. You're the Dexy one. You're able to very quickly kind of grab the key even while it's in motion and hold it still. And as you do so, the life seems to drain from this mechanical rat. It seems to have been wound up and kind of just been doing its mechanical thing. And now you've stopped it for now. But you can feel the tension in the key. The key is attempting to, continue unwinding and will continue to unwind if you let it go.
Okay.
For now, it has no purpose.
Yeah. Okay. So fuck you is gonna attempt to try to pick it up and carry it back to the party then.
Yep. It's relatively lightweight. It mostly just appears to be a series of cogs and gears inside of it. The plating around it is the frame is quite thin. It appears to almost be either some sort of trinket toy or a children's toy or maybe just a hobbyist activity. Or
Some artificer randomly just made it for his kid or something.
Is there anything else that fuck you can see in this area?
Give me a perception check.
Not bad. 21.
Yeah, good.
21. As you look around, you swear you can see the smallest of white beads staring at you from 30 feet down this corridor. You can very vaguely, with a stealth of 20, see a outline of a large insectoid creature staring at you from the darkness.
Hell yes.
Fuck you is gonna stealth back to the party and probably just appear back into the middle of them without any of them noticing. Gonna roll a stealth just in case Gwent's looking around.
He's
Oh,
beaten
Gwen
up.
most likely will be.
28.
Well, it beats Gwent's
Or
passive.
not with that.
Yeah, and Gwen has another heart attack.
So
It's fine, you can't be surprised.
Just turns around and fuck you's back there.
It's
Just
fine,
like
you can't be
stand-
surprised
yeah.
anymore of me.
Stand
He's just
next
there.
to Gwen.
There's a giant like insect thing down there. Who was
Ooh.
staring at me. Also, I found a metal rat.
Oh,
A metal
Okay.
rat.
I'm guessing that's the robot metal thing you were talking about,
Yeah, it was
Zorman.
like running into the wall for some reason.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Not that way, and we have a metal rat thing.
Why can't we go that way? Like, there's a giant insect thing.
I'll say we come back for the giant insect thing
Okay.
when we're hungry.
Okay.
But we've got a job for now. We promised to save a bunch of the fairies, and maybe the hag. Depends if it's reasonable.
Okay.
Actually, Gale,
Okay.
do you know if the hag's reasonable?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
She's enslaved like the rest of us, but I sometimes feel like she does get a sick delight out of punishing the other slaves.
That's what I was
She gets to
worried
punish
about.
them?
Yes, she's I guess you would call it the highest ranking of the slaves.
Head slave.
The head slave.
Yes, she makes sure the rest of us stay in line.
So is it a toe slave, arm slave, elbow slave?
Can we
Maybe a
You
shoulder.
slave.
continue this conversation on the move,
I
please?
assuming we are walking.
Yeah.
As
I
leave
figured
the
we were walking and
staring
talking.
eyes behind you.
We'll deal with the legally distinct Umber Hulk later.
You know, it's not a legally distinct Umber Hulk. It's a reflavored Umber Hulk.
Yeah, honestly, it's cool. I love them as a monster, so yeah. I'm
Just
fine.
gonna leave a note on the wall saying giant insect this way.
Why does Alfie want to eat it?
They're tasty. Have you never eaten it?
No.
They're great.
Let's see. Fuck you. Roll me a d6. This is gonna be random encounter of the episode.
Another six.
Another six! Triple sixes!
Okay,
That's not a
we've
good
just summoned
sign.
the devil.
Maybe.
Summon the archdemon.
Alright, let's have a look here.
Actually, we summoned the beast empress.
Mhm.
It's the number of the beast.
Number of the Beast Empress.
While this is going on,
Oh, you know what? I was gonna go with the third one on my list, but I feel like this one is far more fuck you. So,
yeah.
No.
fuck you. As you are traveling through the caves, you accidentally, or I don't know if you accidentally, but for some reason you get the inclination to release the rat. And as it kind of potters over to the wall and slams into it, a small piece of loose dirt seems to crumble away to reveal a dug out little, almost hidey hole in the cave passage as your group begins walking, or as your group is traveling through this corridor. And as you look into the little hidey hole, you notice that something's buried in it in a dark red cloth.
Mine.
Yeah, okay.
I found a thing.
Ooh, what is it?
Dunno.
Last time you found a random thing, it was a nuclear weapon. So,
It's,
As
think-
you retrieve the item, it feels, I don't know, there's an aura to it, a dark, sinister aura, as if whatever this item is you've found has a dark, traumatic past that seems to call to you.
is it just an orb full of black magic and it's a chunk of Lord of Prince of King Evil this time?
As you unwrap the cloth that just seems to have been kind of bundled together. You reveal a preserved dragonborn foot.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I've
That's
got
a foot. Ooh.
Why? Huh?
I know, it's wrapped up.
Why is it taxidermied?
I don't know.
What colour
Okay.
dragonborn, out of curiosity?
A creature that's clearly born of dragons.
Oh, what colour?
I know what a dragonborn is. Yeah, what
Oh, it's a mummy dragon and a daddy dragon.
Well, the problem is there's like 15 different types of dragonborn. I'm curious which one it is.
Oh, well, I mean, that's appropriate, so I guess we're going to go with that. It appears to be a gold dragonborn.
Ooh. You found a gold dragonborn foot.
Cool.
Unfortunately, that means we can't cook it.
And fuck you ties it to his belt.
He just has a foot.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Isn't
right.
dragonborn foot huge compared to you?
Uh,
Like the size of your leg.
it'd be about a foot long, so it'd be about a third of his total body length.
Now, I am going to have
Yeah,
to
it's
say,
medallion goblin.
I
The
do
medallion
have
man.
the limited number on this list of trinkets you can find
Yeah.
in the cave. So if you fuckers could stop rolling 6, I got a bunch of negative encounters here.
Before the GM starts going on to the freaking like random generator to find more trinkets because we keep rolling sixes.
Out of character, does anyone have identify on or prepared?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get you to identify this later then. See if it's anything.
It's a foot. I can do that for you. It's a foot.
It might be a magic
It
foot.
might be, yeah, it might be magic foot. If I eat it, do I get dragon powers?
I mean, I'm sure it was magical for the person it belonged to.
Oh, we actually casting just
No, it was
straight
just
casting
helpful.
at it. Never mind. We're just straight casting at it. Oh, we're walking to see what this foot is.
Like what?
I mean, you could have ritualed it, but
That's 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
I'll
Done in a
figure out
tenth of
what
the
your
time.
damn foot is.
To be fair, I'm generally going with the classic random encounter every 10 minutes.
Okay, you can-
As you're traveling through this, so it'll be right on time to your next roll.
Bing.
Our next 6.
I'm gonna ask Gale which direction we're going as well. This is the point where I actually don't know where we're going.
All right, let's find out. How many set DC for Gale to remember this? Generally it's just been really high or low.
Honestly, it might.
He will have
generally
dispatch,
be-
so it's going to be a we'll say a DC 13 to get it correct.
Yeah, it's
Let's roll the D8.
no.
Oh, there's something familiar about this. South. No, we
just came from
I
there.
remember now. I remember this corridor.
I'm gonna use flash on them as I'm bloody
Oh
well
yeah, 10 of
walking.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, a flash is an auto win because you're using a resource. I remember. I think it's to the right here. Yes, I think we're getting close to one of the rail systems.
Okay.
But no, I think we're always told never to go off the rail system. I can't remember why. And as you all begin traveling to the right and begin exiting the area, I'm gonna need everyone to give me a charisma saving throw.
Is this versus charm?
It is not.
Okay.
It is against a
That's better.
pressurized wave of psychic air. Hot damn!
20. Yeah, Lou. I'll take an 18. That's pretty good for me.
Or a straight 18, yeah. Oh, damn.
And Zome dies again.
He has death ward. He's okay.
I'm gonna use my destiny to reroll.
Yeah, because you're the only one that failed. Oh, God.
Wow. We don't know that. I might have failed. It might be a very high DC.
I mean,
Now
18?
remind me, Zorme, you're at the back of the party, right?
Yep.
Yep. And the best I could do is bring it to a 10.
Flash yourself.
Yeah,
No,
we've
Flash
all,
himself
wait,
brings
wait,
it
we've all
back
managed to
then.
dodge it.
Wait, I'm not
It's
done.
just-
I still have my dice from Gwent, which is a 10.
Roll the d10.
Oh, 10 might do it if you get high enough.
So you've got 10 at the
9.
moment. Ooh.
And I'm gonna use a flash as well. Just to
That's a 9 and a 19.
For the fun of it, roll me a d8.
All right.
It's passing out, isn't it? It would have just blacked out in the corridor. We wouldn't have noticed.
6.
I don't know. So Zormir, you suddenly feel confused, or you feel temporarily confused as you begin looking around the cave and find yourself wanting to wander south. Only luckily you snap out of it and return to the party and don't just wander off south before anyone notices.
Oh,
That would be quite funny. The party turn around, Zormir's just gone. He's just randomly
Gone
walked away.
again. God damn it! The moment where you lose Zormir 3 times in 3 sessions.
But you managed to all, with some of you, the help of Destiny keeping you on track, which is quite on theme for Destiny. Managed to avoid the confusing stares you feel from the walls around you that make you want to randomly walk off in random directions and find yourself back onto the rail network outside of the Shadow Hulk territory.
Ooh.
And as you find yourself here,
We get hit by a train.
Yeah,
Don't
because
say
nobody
that.
knows what time they come.
We've got no idea.
Hey, we don't know how noisy these trains are, so you know. They might be
he's in
quiet.
I'm just moving fuck you a little bit because he was,
Like he just powers through
he was
the
in the wall.
Alright.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you found a little cubby hole in the wall again.
Unfortunately
See if
for
there's foot's there.
Yeah,
About a
looking
hand
for
this
more
time.
feet, yeah.
He's gonna build a whole dragonborn eventually.
unfortunately for all of you, the D6 random potential trinket only works in the Shadow Hulk territory where many have lost their lives and trinkets.
Can we just have 2 more rolls just for the hypothetical?
Yeah,
For
have
the last 2 party members who haven't rolled yet. I just want to see
Oh,
if we roll
okay,
2
yeah,
more
yeah. Just
sixes.
to see if they would have found
Hypothetical
trinkets had you stayed in the twisting caverns.
Lou and Gwen.
Lou, again, roll me a D6. Would you have found trinkets had you stayed?
Lou wouldn't.
Oh.
We only get 2 numbers in this party, and they're both divisible by 3.
We got 6 together. I think that's
Yeah.
what counts.
Yes.
Luckily, you would not have found a catastrophe. You would have just found a moderate something.
Fair enough.
Because it can either be good or bad. It's neutral.
Yeah.
But no, as you head north, Galefoot seems much more sure of themselves now that they've actually found the track, as they seem to be more familiar with following the track, and is now able to inform you by just they now just automatically succeed on navigation checks that the cavern that the Brotherhood of the Empress was using is to the left. However, also warned you that they vaguely remember there being traps of some variety.
Okay. I'm going to ask him what other types of slaves are there. Because we know there's a hag, we know there's a bunch of other sprites. What other things we dealing with?
that mouse might come in handy then. Traps.
Those are the ones who are normally on kind of on retainer. Occasionally, the Brotherhood has new arrivals and will or ships out old arrivals. So they were supposed to be getting a new shipment in today. So unfortunately Galefoot cannot confirm other than the ones you already know or have guessed, since you're aware of the unicorn.
Yeah, and as we know, there's something that teleports, and he'd probably say it was a unicorn, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alvina's eyes light up. She wants a unicorn.
Bloody hell.
It's too on brand, okay?
That's not the point.
Oh, they're kidnapped.
Eh.
bloody hell! You
Yeah.
you typing this? It's just a
Inverted
text line
typos.
itself.
It's one hell of a name, isn't it?
You're a Targaryen, aren't you?
I'm getting there.
You're not going to Starbucks. What's your name?
So, looking for traps.
Yes. On the lookout for traps.
If we really wanted to, we could send the mouse ahead to trigger any traps.
Or we could send Alvina.
I'd rather she
As she's
not
walking
trigger
forward.
traps. By the way, your foot is blah.
I'm being very careful as I'm walking up. By the way, was the dragon foot anything magical?
It was not. It seems to only have ceremonial significance to it.
So there's no point in me.
Stick it in your bag for later. Maybe
I'll figure out something to do with it
Oh,
later.
we can
if
turn
you
it into
like.
soup or something.
You can't
There
cook
are
them, it's cold.
some cults or dark philosophies that hold that a golden dragonborn foot may be lucky.
That's appropriate. That's appropriate. The
Not
fuck
for
you
its
has it.
previous owner, it wasn't.
But it was. It was only the foot that's gone missing.
You hope.
Probably. They're like
That's all we
geckos. They just
found.
shed their feet instead of their tails, in case of danger. Alvina peeks around the corner.
You peek around the corner. And are you just doing a casual lookout, or are you just using your eyes and ears to look for traps?
Yes, she's very much. There are traps. On alert for traps.
Very fair. As you glance around the corner,
They're still ranger traps, so she imagined they might be a little out of her purview for being able to find them, but she'll give it a shot.
you look down a slightly larger 20-foot corridor rail network, and at the other end, you see what look to be little decorations into the walls along the rails.
I know what that is, or I'm pretty sure of it at least, because it's what I do.
No, I
Decoration.
can't.
By any chance, they look kind of like small holes in the wall opposite.
No, they look to be dome-shaped, white domes on the wall. They look to be almost sensors of some kind.
Oh. Hey, Zormir.
Wait,
Yes.
I think we've come across these Cross and Bones.
Did we?
Yeah, where Zormir almost drowned.
Huh?
I'm sure they were.
No, those are fish-shaped sprouts.
Oh, those things! I remember, yeah. Yeah, you got nearly got bludgeoned to death by water. Okay, so it's different from those. I just realised that I think Alvina might be the only person who can see them. Because of the eagle eyes. Yeah, he's barely on the other eagle
But they
eyes.
are small, almost palm-sized domes that are periodically sequentially dotted along the walls. Maybe they're inactive lights or some sort of sensors or something of that nature, but that's the vibe they give off.
Hey, Zormir. I
Yes?
give you the exact description of what I'm looking at. Do you know what those are?
I can't say.
You recognize the general idea of them. They sound like domes. The problem is you can't say what might be in the domes. They're just housing units. Alvina has just described to you a common dome-shaped housing unit.
Yeah.
I mean,
That might have sensors in it. It might have
Might
light
be
spells
nothing.
in it.
Might be
Um,
something.
It might be bombs. There's anything you could put into a light-shaped dome.
well, knowing they'll level of technology. It won't be anything of the range of artificery, but
Could be a
Who's this,
lightning bolt, though.
it could be a sealed spell, liquid or gas. But what's the triggering mechanism?
I imagine it's walking in front of one. Considering it's a long, straight corridor with no gaps.
And we may want to trigger them from here somehow.
Does everybody have
Yeah.
anything that could do it?
Hey, fuck you. How fond are you of that mouse?
I mean,
We also have Master Grim, who can fire quite long range.
Oh, yes.
Spell.
I mean, I'm not particularly fond of it. It's just a metal mouse.
Oh, we could try that first. See if it's activated by motion.
Yeah, see if it's dangerous or not before we blow it up.
Okay. Fuck you's gonna wind it up.
You're just gonna hand it to Alvina to pitch down the corridor while it's wound up.
Yeah.
Alvina's gonna throw the mouse.
Yeet
All
the
right,
mouse,
you
yeet the
you
mouse.
do so.
From a point
As you're winding up, you notice that there's a little cog on the bottom belly off of the mouse that seems to have 3 or 4 settings to it.
Okay.
Is Yeet one of them?
Yeah. What? Does it have like any like description on it to say what it does? Or?
There appears to be letters. I'm trying to think how an artificer would write this. One of them says off. I'm just gonna go with words. Kind of we're being fancy here. One of them says off. One of them says jump. One of them says run, and the other says circle.
I mean, is it set to jump at the moment, or
It is, yes.
it is? I mean, we can like change how this thing like behaves. And change it to run mode. I mean, instead of like actually yeeting it, if there's like any floor triggers or something, we can make it run along the floor.
Ooh, good call. Just kind of aim it like directly in front, and well, so it's going to directly go directly in front of one of the sensors and unleash it, I guess. Do we?
Yeah.
And then take cover behind the corridor.
Yeah.
Just peeking, very much peeking out with one eye, but everything else is just behind the rock wall.
I mean, we may even hear something if it happens.
Yeah, so Alvina wants to keep a look on it in case it's like
Oh,
something
yeah.
smaller.
I'm just saying, like, if anything happens, we might be able to hear it as well as see it.
Yeah. It's my thought of mostly, but it might be something completely silent. Or it could just be straight up an alarm, in which case we've triggered it all.
You know what? I realized I did these on the GM layer, so you can't even see the orbs.
No.
Oh, yeah, those have been handy to notice before.
Yeah.
I was
So that was
expecting-
intentional.
I thought they were down here, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, here.
To note, they're much smaller. They're only like a palm sized in like every like 10-foot square, and they're surrounded by rock. So those are only visible for like the player's sake.
Just realised
They're much smaller for the actual characters.
Yeah. I realised one is directly in line with the entire party, which we would have been.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be like.
Yeah, because we were here, that's like in line with the wall, and the wall has like one space.
Yeah, let me get rid of that one because that one it's supposed to line up with the wall opposite it.
Okay.
But yes, anybody who's ever tried to steer an RC car will know it's actually quite hard to get to go in a straight line.
Yeah.
So, fuck you, give me a sleight of hand check to see how well you can line up a car.
Oh, I thought it was Alvina doing it. Or do you want me? Fuck you today.
And because I was gonna throw it, but if it's actually like aiming it properly, you can do it if you like.
Whoever is setting up the RC car. go ahead and
come
roll
on,
me
that
a sleight of
was
hand check.
That was a 16 and then it rolled onto the 3.
Oh.
As you release the little rat, sure that you've lined it up correctly, it scurries off in a dashing forward motion before it very quickly, to the rest of the party, begins curving in towards the. Actually, roll me a d20. Let's see if it goes left or right.
Positive number.
Or see how badly it crashes.
Just explodes.
Hey,
Ball of
you never
fire
know.
like anime wreck.
14.
Okay. As it starts to steer right directly into the train rack, trail racks,
Train
tracks. There we go. Tracks. Forgot my T's. And begins to topple over onto itself and manages to spin itself onto its back, where you just see its little wheel leggies just moving mid-air. None
It's
of
like
the
a turtle.
sensors seem to react. I'm also going to say, because, that was still a negative. I'm going to say it's like halfway down the corridor as it derails.
Okay.
So here you go. It's currently just here in the train racks, just with his little leggies in the air. But none of the sensors seem to be reacting to its motion.
Okay. I have an idea. Do I see anything on like the far wall? Because it's barely in my super perception range.
You do not.
Okay. So Alvina's basically going to walk over to here and have a look directly down the wall to see how far they all move out, stick out from the wall.
Some of them stick a little bit out, maybe like half, maybe like a hand's width. But some of them are kind of embedded into the rock, where occasionally the rock kind of curves a little bit, or there's a little boulders sticking out because it is kind of like a cliff facey wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see maybe 3 or 4 of them, but if you're looking like straight line down the wall, the rest are obscured.
Okay. And how far are they off the ground?
About 3.5 foot.
Okay. You think I'll let you go back to the others again. You think we could crawl under them?
I mean, don't see why not.
Because I don't know what they do, but we probably don't want to set them off if there's some sort of trigger, right?
Question.
Yes.
Actually, no, I don't. You already got something you can, instead of crawling. Doesn't matter. I was worried that Gwent might not be able to get low enough with crawling.
Actually,
I was also concerned about that, but how high is there space on the ceiling?
Well, if you duck your head down.
Let's see,
Yeah.
the ceiling, I generally go with like circular tunnels effectively, so the ceiling would be 15. Yeah, we'll say 15 up. So that would give you, if it's, say we round to 4, that's 11 feet. Yeah, like 11 to 12 foot of space if you want to go from the ceiling. Yeah, there's space in the
Enough
ceiling.
space.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well,
guess we go into that. Alvina will basically just go. I'll go first on account of if it's gonna kill one of us, we have to have a different plan.
well, I'm going to go high.
Yeah, I'm going low. He's gonna fly over him.
So some of the
I'm
characters
gonna see what
are
happens with Alvina.
crawling along their belly. Some are just taking the roof route somehow.
Gwen's got spider climb.
Yeah.
On an
Well,
item.
I'm definitely
no,
waiting
how
until
you're
a couple
doing
of
it.
people
It was
go
more
first.
just amazing that you are doing it. All right, Alvina, go ahead and give me a stealth check as you lead the charge.
Yay. Is it a one that my gargoyle cloak matters for?
No, this will be noise. I don't think the gargoyle does noise.
I also don't think it does not. I think
I
it's
think
just
it's-
to blend in with rock, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to be standing still to get its effect. So this is just to make sure you're not like huffing and puffing and like swearing as you crawl along your belly.
Yeah, it doesn't indicate anything for noise. It's just visual, even while moving, which is hilarious. But
I think the idea is like you're dashing between rocks and like standing still, movie style.
yeah.
That shall work. Okay. Well, let's see if you can survive this stealth check first.
Ooh.
Would you like to do anything before I announce the results?
Destiny.
What is your passive?
Mine's 15.
Not yours, sorry. Definitely not anything you might come across.
9, and I'm gonna Gwent roll that one. $13. It's not good, but
Would you like to do anything before I announce the result?
I've done everything I can.
As you begin crawling along your belly, and you get about, let's say you get like halfway. So go ahead and move yourself up towards the rat RC.
About here.
As you begin crawling your way, your passive perception picks up on something because they wouldn't be stealthing. You hear the sound of what appears to be gruff common voices talking with each other before you hear the unmissable phrase, "Hey, do you hear something?" Suddenly you stop still, and you hear footsteps coming down the north passage towards the opening.
Cloak over my head. Bunker down. I am Rock.
As the rest of the party kind of pokes up, because I think were all of you waiting to see if Alvina died?
Yes.
I think we were, yeah. You go. Albini just.
Well, I know Lou was.
Albini
Gwen
just
was.
Yeah, you also took fuck you and sod off with you when you went.
No, I meant to just take the sprite with me. Actually, yeah, I didn't move anyone else. I only moved the sprite.
No, I think it was everyone else. Oh, you take the sprite with you. Fair enough. Everyone else, go ahead and roll me a stealth check with advantage as you're peering around the corner. And
Do I get to reroll stuff for the people because it's vision based?
yes. Go ahead and roll me stealth for vision as they turn around to see if they can.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's like, was that Rock always there?
Oh, damn.
Nope.
Can't move these guys.
She is a very obvious Rock
I think
in the
that's
middle of the.
funny. Me and Lou got the same like stealth, even though I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9 and you rolled a 9.
Well, yes, that's how plus 11 works.
As opposed to like +0.
Yeah.
They look around the corner and go, was that Rock always there? It's very
Zormir, would you like to do anything as apparently you're just like concentrating casting fly as they come around the corner. Haven't realized that everyone else is like ducked behind. So I'm gonna put you just you're over here getting ready to like cast fly as you're watching Alvina.
I've cast fly and I've clanged into there.
That's
Trying to
fair.
hide.
You think you've cast fly?
In that case,
Oh, I've
as
cast fly.
to Zormir and Alvina, and maybe some of the other parties who are actually stealthy and kind of looking around the corner and seeing this, you see what appears to be a patrol of 3 cultists. Can only be described as cultists because that's what I've labeled them as.
Yep.
In dark leather with, for some reason, an inordinate amount of like belt straps around like their forearms and like waist and like thighs because that's the fashion of these people.
The anime characters.
They are.
Mhm.
They're
Fuck
enemy
no.
cultists.
Yeah.
As the anime cultists come around the corner with their longbows strung over their back and, you know, one of them twirling a dagger in the air. As you do, they glance down at the train tracks.
Yep.
Can't spell tracks. And perceive not only their eyes are temporarily drawn to the lump in the middle before they're immediately drawn to the flying metal man in the air. And well, actually, I like the idea of 2 of them are drawn there. One of them's just pointing to the middle, being like, "Hey, was that gargoyle always there?"
Was
The other 2 kind of just like slapping him on the chest to make him look up at the flying metal man.
thanks Zormir for solidarity. It's what-
As I'm gonna roll a disposition check on the cultists. Let's see if they how they're gonna react. They kind of stare there in stunned silence. They don't immediately jump to hostility. They just lock eyes with Zormir. And a silence broods between the two parties. Zormir, or the rest of the party, what would you like to do in this moment of silence as the cultists stare at you?
Alvina's gonna continue crawling forward completely up. like, you know what? I might as well at this point.
What have I got to lose?
Yeah, I'm going on the count of they're more surprised than anything else. I'm not being overly hostile looking. I'm just like, okay.
As you're all experienced adventurers, a series of options flushes through your head as to what possible avenues await you. It doesn't seem the cultists are immediately acting to hostility, which is good. Maybe you can either A, talk your way out of this, B, take them out quickly enough before they can sound the alarm, or C, if things do get hostile, this might fuck over your chance to get a surprise round on the main cultist ritual. Those three paths, as every good adventurer has, await you. What would the party like to do?
Yeah, Alvina is going to advance regardless.
Yep. So Alvina, just every like couple minutes, just move your character one square forward.
I'm not so understand.
I've pulled forward from the corner. Excuse me, sirs. I seem to have got myself lost down here. Could you point me to the nearest exit?
Zormir, roll me a deception check.
All right, deception. This is where I could have done with Lou behind me.
Aha, the mighty 7.
Yeah.
All three cultists begin squeezing their eyes as they stare at you suspiciously.
How did you get lost in the sewers?
I think he's lying. Hey, don't these look like the people boss told us to keep an eye out for? Oh shit, you know what? I
Actually,
think
we
you're
don't.
right.
We don't. I've just realised because Zombie wasn't there.
I wouldn't be listed as one of them. Badly.
Fair. Let me
It's
retcon. Let me run lines. Hey, doesn't this guy just rub you up the wrong way?
Yeah, that's not like.
Yeah, let's kill him.
That's not very nice.
We're not very nice people. As they begin taking off their longbows, and is that turn order I see pop up?
Yeah.
Everyone. Okay, Alvina, stop moving forward now. Now you can move on your turn.
I've stopped now. Don't worry. I haven't moved
Unfortunately,
since turn
the
order.
cultists haven't bought Zormir's pitch and believe that Zormir is lying. And if Zormir is lying, it means Zormir's up to something not good for them.
Why do I get such bad initiative?
But while you guys are all rolling, we're gonna take a quick 5 seconds there so I can refresh my walk.
Hey, not as bad as mine.
I know, but I've got
Probably not as
advantage.
bad as mine's gonna be.
I've got advantage. I should have
Call
good
these
initiative.
Brotherhood cultists.
You're right.
I don't deserve it, Wolfie.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Called it. You fucking called it, dude.
I'm
Why?
good. I blend in with the wall.
No, Lou, you're being like reminiscent of times that people broke into your cult house and told you they were lost. You're going back to your neophyte days. It's
I
like,
remember when
the good
they
old
fibbed
days
to me about being part of just being lost or
in the sewer systems that we were competing in. Oh,
How's that third guy gone? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I guess I'll just take the cultist. I was trying to look for a smaller name, but
Brotherhood.
yeah, Brotherhood's too long.
I've been kicked back there.
Mm.
'Cause,
Uh,
there.
I don't know, was it me?
I haven't moved anyone. So.
At least I'm not going last.
How? I think got a 0.
Zero.
I don't think they rolled a 0.
Nope. Unfortunately for you,
They got
they
Trying to make
have
myself feel better.
they get a bonus to their initiative. Cause flavor. Shit. Oh wow, that actually puts my head. Before we get started, we're gonna take a quick 5 seconds and go grab some water. As they all draw longbows and prepare to fire.
Okay.
It's fine. They just think that Zormir was hilariously more conspicuous than me.
It's fine. They can try and shoot me first.
A question, by the way. Your movement is halved while crawling, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. How far am I away from them? I do not know because I have not properly checked.
Be right back.
I am... Sweet.
Within distance.
one move.
Yep.
Because my movement speed at the moment is a odd number, but
Was it like 45 or something?
yeah, my base movement speed's 45. Yeah, so it's because Wood Elf. So I've got 22 and a half feet of movement, but they're 20 feet away. So. Salvina's gonna crawl and angry on the ground, flail violently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly actually kind of happy they got a higher initiative than me because it means they're probably all gonna shoot Zormir.
Yeah, but the thing is, then they might get away from you before.
I think they'll probably try and shoot you first. I imagine that these are supposed to be something really bad. Whatever's directly above me.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably will want to keep that as a line. There's a speculation, but just for reference. But if these things are actually something, then they'll probably go, haha, we'll be fine because there's this thing in the way.
Alrighty, I am back.
Welcome back.
Where are we?
You're about to shoot Zormir.
Alright, assume the grid is to map for the combat, or is to scale for the combat.
Yeah.
So 5, each square is 5 feet. As the first cultist, you know what, should I give them 3 initiative? No, it's too much effort for the DM. These are just generic monk. As the 3 cultists kind of just egg each other on. Hey, I bet I can shoot the metal man down before you can. And are gonna take pot shots at Zormir.
Okay.
And they are going to kind of ready themselves, aim at Zormir, and steady themselves.
Aim.
Zormir, do you have any reasons for why I'd have disadvantage on these attacks?
No.
Nat
Nice.
20, nat 20.
Shut
Nat
up.
20s just kills him again. It's fine, you've got Death Ward, you'll be fine.
A modified 20.
Nope.
Nope. I'm just gonna do the rolls. Lower than that.
Definitely not.
Ooh.
A 33.
A 30.
23.
I was about to say a
I was
30.
gonna say that might just hit.
A 23.
It's higher than the armor cap for
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Fair enough. As that's gonna be
Yeah, so
them
nobody
for
knows.
now. As the arrows fly past you, you notice there appears to be very small, little circular, like golf ball sized beads on the end of each arrow. Q, it's your turn.
Do any of the arrows land near Fort Q?
They're not that bad at aiming, so presumably they would be arcing towards Zormir. So I'm going to say that maximum they're within 10 feet of Zormir.
Somewhere.
Yeah, so within like the 10-foot range behind Zormir.
that's 18.
They're 100-ish feet away
Yeah.
from the end of the corridor because I checked earlier.
That's fine. So I'm gonna fuck you's gonna run 10 to there.
Well, we're gonna find out what the weird ball things do.
Yeah. So so fuck you might be able to pick them up from here.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say there's at least a minimum, at least one there. They only fired 3.
Cool. So fuck you's gonna pick one of them up, aim at one of the cultists, and fire his short bow at them with it.
All right, go for it.
For a crit.
Nice.
Hot damn.
Oh,
So that's base 6 piercing plus whatever the arrow might do.
It is a grappling arrow.
Ooh.
Cool.
On a hit, the golf ball explodes into 4 chunks with rope coiled between them, and effectively then wraps around the cultists using the momentum of the explosion and grapples them.
Nice.
Neat.
But what do you want? Which cultist was that on? You want it to be on the forward-facing
So,
one?
Probably the closest one, because I can't.
I can't actually see the cultist because of the name cultist.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Let's just spread these out. They
We've
kind of
got the
move up and
cultists.
down. Yeah, let's have them move a little bit out.
There's one there, one there,
So-
one there. Got
Have
it.
them move down. There we go. Just so I can fucking see them. Cool. There you go. Throw a little giant net on them.
I don't believe I've got a second chance. No. Bonus action wise. Bonus action.
And how much
I'm-
damage was that?
So it
Oh, was it just 6?
just six.
6 for it, yeah.
Take that. But he is grappled now.
Bonus action. I'm assuming Zormi's within 60 feet of me. Because I don't know
Yes.
how
Oh.
wide this is.
Yeah. Just as, yeah, it was only at 15 foot.
Yep. So Bardic Inspo for Zormir.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Nice. Gwent.
Okay, well, I'm going to move up to the corner just here. Gonna pick up a pebble, cast light on it, and throw it down here because I can't see that far.
Yeah.
This is all darkness to me.
It's like you just heard someone talking to Zormir and everyone else seems to see them. So.
Yeah.
so when
So, what would you like me to
Fuck you
roll to
went
see how far I
fast.
can throw something?
Chris,
Yes.
so when fuck you went down the corridor, those orbs on the wall didn't do anything.
They have not.
He's clearly not hit the
Cheers.
trigger, or
Who knows?
The trigger might be a
Maniacal
silent
laugh.
alarm.
Maniacal laugh.
It's possible. There's a lot of things it could be,
Exactly.
Gwent, is there anything else for your turn?
but I was just checking.
Like, how far down can my stone get so I can see these people for the next one?
Give me a strength check.
Yep, checks out.
Like 1 foot.
Within 20 foot of you.
Okay, that's good. So,
Up to
not
fuck
too
you. You
bad.
can hit
About
fuck
there.
you on the back of the head.
ow!
Well, fuck
Fair
you, not Zormir.
Yeah, it's a 20, not 40. But Gwent, is that you?
Hey, Ricochet, the fuck you. not
so
Zormir.
now I've just put the all on fuck you.
That's fair, that's fair. Alvina, it is your turn. You are currently prone because you are on your belly.
Fine, I've measured it. I can just get to here.
Just to one of the cultists. By the way, as you get up to them, you can see very clearly Elvin.
Ooh.
Just kind of grappling with the ropes. The other two just kind of chuckling at them until they finally find themselves very surprised as you just like pop up in their faces.
Hello.
Oh shit!
Elf. Buff
Surprise,
elf.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Alvina's gonna, I believe, this is a bonus action to do it. Bonus action, yep. So I'm not gonna get my third attack, but Alvina's gonna explosive rage. Because she doesn't want to waste an actual rage on this, I'm not gonna lie. Which, do I have a tag for that one? It's just on, I'll just ping the hammer up. Explosive rage. Bonus action, enter the enraged fury. While she's on the ground. Hilarious enough.
It's him in the tootsies.
Yeah, so she is going to reckless attack.
Whack-a-mole his legs.
That guy.
Who that guy?
Because he is there, and the other one's already been shot. So the first one. This is a normal one. This is actually giving the rage damage, I've just realised. Good to know. So actually roll, weirdly enough, not rage damage, Alvina, but it's normal, and if I hit, I do the extra that damage.
Extra.
28. So
It
roll
hits.
1d8 plus 2d6. Plus another 15 damage on top of that.
For plus
31.
the 6, so that's 31.
31.
How would you like to defeat this cultist?
Right through the middle. I'm still on the ground, hilariously enough. I didn't stand up.
Yeah, but you've got good reach.
And this is good. And the second attack, she's gonna swing around and try and hit the one that's already been grapple arrowed.
Nate.
For a 16?
16 exactly hits.
Hey!
I know.
Ooh.
So
I know how-
roll.
Can I make a suggestion how you did it? You look down and you crack his jaw and then smash the other one on the floor.
Now I'm spinning. I'm down here basically. And that is only 6 extra damage.
Yeah, it's not bad though.
For 21.
For 21. They are on 1 hit point.
Ah!
Do they stay? Nope. They go unconscious from sheer shock of having their entire hit pool go taken down to 1.
It collapses.
They just fainted.
Yeah, he passed out from shock, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
I'm
still
gonna
grappled.
take the net off so you can actually see the little red triangle. And he's gone. He is down.
That is all I got. But,
Zormir, that's 2 cultists just out cold.
what, one dead.
Whoosh. Down there. And... Now that's how you hit things.
Correct.
I mean, I hit things earlier.
Who is eating something right now?
That's all right.
Filthy.
Alright. I just got handed a packet of sweets.
But I don't think it matters what damage type, because I don't think they have resistances to anything.
Like, one type of elf has a resistance base, so...
Psychic.
But with their maximum hit points of 28, how does this last cultist succumb to the psychic attack?
Their head in scanners.
I think we hit them a bit hard, Alvina.
Oh, this one's breathing.
As you think so, Lou, it's your turn. As you come around the corner and, oh well shit, they've defeated all of them. Lou, what would you like to do?
Would I be able to see if that one on 1 HP is still breathing?
Well, come on here. You're not a murderer now. You just need to defeat them.
We don't have to kill this
They
guy.
are defeated and unconscious.
You don't have to kill them.
Just because I did it in the other campaign that I'm in at the moment, because he literally was like missing for about 10 minutes against him, doesn't mean
Yeah,
everyone has to coup de
This
grace.
is a light-hearted, family-friendly power romp hour. This isn't grimdark.
If I wanted the coup de grace, I could have done it myself.
This isn't Warhammer.
This
The
is
second
funny,
punch.
yeah.
And a second punch.
But yes, with that, the combat comes to an end. Or at least so you believe, as Alvina. You hear again the unmissable phrase. Hey, did you hear something down by the access tunnel? Isn't that Gary's patrol? Should we go check on him?
Shit.
Alvina, Zormir, what would you like to do? As you can hear the footsteps of a second patrol coming to check out Gary's patrol.
Were they speaking in Elvish, by the way?
No, they're speaking in common.
Oh. I was really hoping they were speaking Elvish and Alvina just yelled back, "No, everything's good." As you were.
They can't all be elves. This is actually the patrol of humans.
I was wondering if they were all.
Why their patrols have been split into humans and elves? Well, they just want to be with their friends.
Yeah, they just want to be their mates.
Now, why their friends appear to be divided along racial lines? Well, Gary would say it was pure coincidence. He has nothing against short-lived little annoying bugs.
Alvina is going to. This is a little nook here, right?
Yes.
Are we, for a brief instant, not in initiative?
Yes.
Okay, Alvina's. But I can't click myself because there's a cultist body in the way. But there we go. Alvina's basically in this little cubby here, up against the wall, cloak up, over like body.
What? Just while the cultist bodies are lying in plain view of anyone coming around this corner.
Yeah, well, Zormir's there, and they're going to target him first.
Okay, we'll go around each of the party members as well. Zormir, what would you like to do before these new cultists arrive on the scene?
Move to over here, hoping that they'll actually come closer to the actual bodies to see what the hell's going on, and then go clobber them.
That's exactly my thought. Yeah.
That's fair. Zormir, as you get closer to this wall, out of the corner of your eye, you notice a slight flash of silver, of light, and as you turn around, you notice that this orb on the wall next to you seems to have a small silver pin lodged into kind of the rim where the dome connects with whatever base it's kind of attached to.
Right, so the triggering mechanisms are just below them.
Well, it doesn't look like it belongs to the device. It looks like somebody's taken like almost a lockpick and has like jammed it into the device.
Okay.
We're not the first ones
Potentially
here.
disabling it.
We might not be the first ones here.
Hmm.
But while you're having that observation, fuck you. What are you up to? There seems to be light coming from your back.
There's a rock in your hood.
Yeah, fuck you's essentially turning in circles, trying to see the back of his own head.
It's Eleni's hat.
That's what I was like, it's in his hood.
You also are aware of the little rat RC car seems to have spun its last wheels as its legs stopped dead. Now just sitting there. But would you like to do anything else?
I've just realised, fuck you can put the lampshade on.
Yeah. Let's become a lamp. Nah, fuck you's just gonna like start walking down towards the other guys.
That's fair. Would you like to pick up your rat on the way?
Sure, pick up the rat.
I mean, you don't have to.
No, he's gonna.
It's an optional trinket.
It might come in handy.
Yeah, he's gonna pick up the rat and like essentially cradle it in his arm and start stroking it as he walks down the pathway.
That's fair. Gwent. The fuck you light source appears to be moving closer to your destination, but it sounds like the combat may have stopped. What would you like to do?
Well, since the combat seemed to have stopped, I'm going to follow my light source, but at a distance.
On the roof?
As
Yeah,
fuck you,
on the roof.
for the briefest moment, you get a very familiar sensation of being stalked.
Hmm.
You turn around. Oh, it's just Gwen.
Yeah.
Ninja Centaur.
Lou, what are you doing? Everyone seems to be heading off in front of
I'll
you.
be going round the corner.
I assume Sawed Off is following Fukyu.
Yeah.
Is Sawed Off out of their Pokeball?
No, they're currently in the Pokeball.
Okay, go away, Sawed Off. But yes, Lou, you could follow suit if you would like. But yes, as the rest of the party do all of this, the cultists come round the corner, and notice. Hey, oh shit! Is that Gary?
Guy's been cut in half.
Let's everyone give me a stealth check.
Can we not use the last one?
No, things have happened since then.
Please, can we not use the last one?
Is it standard stealth or advantage?
Alvina's
You
got
know what, Lou, you're absolutely right. Stealth at disadvantage.
Yay!
Okay, stealth.
Do I get advantage because I'm on the roof?
No. Unfortunately, you're all panting. You've just done combat. You're all a little bit disoriented and rushed off your feet. You don't have enough time to plan or think about intelligent stealth.
I mean, in fairness, all I did was throw a rock at fuck you, so...
Yeah, I mean, mine would be 13 because I am.
Yeah. Alvina actually got the rock cloak, I'm assuming, advantage. She's up against the wall trying to be a wall.
Trying to be a while. As the cultist, as we go to the cultist turn, and they run forward, weapons drawn, because something's clearly up. Somebody's taken out Gavin and his mates, or Gary and his mates.
Whoever he was.
Oh,
Gavin
Gavin
was
can
one
be
of the
there
other
as well.
ones. Gavin was one of the other ones.
Gavin, Gary, and
Greg.
Stu.
Stu's the living one. Stu's the survivor.
As they rush
Holy
forward, and well, to Alvina's delight, notice Zormir first.
Yes!
What? As they're gonna attack Zormir. They're gonna
I have a request about it, Chris. Can you delete the names of the two dead cultists? Because it's really getting clogged over. Yeah. But the unconscious one I'm fine with keeping, because we might interrogate them later. But the dead ones I don't think we did.
That's fair. You know what? We're close enough on the map that we don't need names. You know who these are. They're cultists. It's not like they need to be distinguished.
They're the ones
between.
which don't have our models.
Here we go.
First name, please, so we can see.
There we go. All right. They don't have time to steady aim. They're rushing forward and are like suddenly dragging their feet as they come eye to eye with Zormir. What do you guys have here? What's it?
Wouldn't believe me, but they fell over.
Half in one case.
Yeah, Gary just fell over in half.
As all three of their arrows just cling off of Zormir and the ridiculous AC.
Ting, ting.
Ding.
Suddenly their faces go wide in horror as one of them glances back. Oh, you should probably go tell the boss that we've got arrivals. Yes.
No. Stay right here.
And he begins running back, but doesn't have enough movement to get anywhere. Fuck you, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You hear a commotion, but can't see anything. They're all out of your line of sight.
Is that statue always there?
Yeah, fuck you's gonna use his action to dash down to Alvina.
Well, fuck you, see Alvina though.
Probably. He actually knows what he's looking for.
Yeah. So he would then have line of sight of these guys, wouldn't he?
Yes, if you dash down, yes.
And there's light.
Yeah. Anything?
Do you have compelled duel? I have no idea how you would have gotten compelled duel, but that would be amazing if you did.
Just double checking to see if any of my spells are bonus actions. Yeah, bonus action. Can fuck you actually see Alvina?
She's not hard to spot if you know what you're looking for. It is a.
I will leave that up to Alvina.
Random gargoyle in the pathway? Probably Alvina. But I'll give Alvina a bardic inspo.
Yeah. Dankeschön.
And that'll be me.
Alrighty, Gwent, it is your turn.
Oh, my light source has run away from me, so I'm going to follow it.
Oh,
Like,
actually,
come back!
wasn't it a bonus action to free shut off?
No idea.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, got no clue.
Probably.
No idea. It's either that or an object interaction. It's mostly so that you have a convenient way of not having it be setting things on fire everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You
Not
can-
getting arrested. For
You
You can
bringing
release
attention.
sawed off if you'd like to.
yeah, release sort of right in front of me. So let's-
Start off, I choose you.
You do so. Gwent.
Now I'm at the corner, I can see that guy, and I'm going to sacred flame him from a distance.
Tiny sort of.
From a distance.
From a distance, alright.
He is very small, sort of.
So, death save.
26.
Oh, easily. Easily.
These guys are archers, to be fair. So
You have to try.
Good decks.
Worth a punt, be it. And then I will just move myself back out of line of sight.
Alright, you do so. Alvina, it is your turn.
Aha! It was me, Alvina, all along. She's gonna basically just walk up to here and
Smashy, smashy.
yeah, pretty much. It's to the end. Is it to the beginning of the next turn, the rage, or this particular rage, or is it till the start?
That's till the end of your next turn.
Cool. So she's just going to
You get 2 rounds out of it.
the defense basically is the part that doesn't last. But I'll be fine with that. Swing at the guy at the back of the 2.
At the back of the 2, okay?
I am recklessing, so this is neutral. 27.
Are you still on the ground?
No, I stood up to get into their stealth position.
Oh, because of the disadvantage. Fair, fair. 20...
I'm recklessing because the
yep.
rage gives me disadvantage outright.
Yes, you hit.
2d6 plus 13 extra damage, so that is 29.
29. Boom, gone.
And second guy 23.
23 hits. As they look on at you in absolute sheer horror, and get one final glance back at their buddy who's running. A small smile creeps across their face. Go save yourself. What's that? 20.
Yeah, 20. I don't think that one kills this guy. There's a survivor of the Alvina's fault.
He is heavily bloodied, but he is standing his ground. He moves himself into the middle of the path to try and block you off from his ally.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't see his bonus action. I've got another attack. Hammer time! I miss. Actually, no, I'm going to add fuck yous one because it's funny.
He thinks he's surviving.
No whammies. Yeah,
Go tell the Brotherhood. Hostiles have. And he's gone.
Just in case.
And he's gone.
Yep.
And he's
Squish.
gone. Alvina, this last guy's just frantically running now with sweat pouring down his brow.
Get
Oh shit!
back
Gotta tell the Brotherhood. Gotta tell the Brotherhood.
Get back here, you.
But I believe that's all your attacks this turn.
It is, yeah. I'm 1 second. I'm going to try and move myself just so I can get rid of the ninja mark on myself.
That's fair.
There we go.
Zormir, this guy's running to tell everyone. He's shouting down the corridor. You gotta silence him now, or he's gonna give away your surprise.
Flies right in front of him. And
Bonk. He's on one. I think he's on one.
As with his 16
he's
AC, you manage to just get him as he attempts to kind of like throw himself to the side, and then you just smack him in the belly as he goes flying against the wall. What damage type is it? Doesn't matter, but for flavor.
Yeah, do you run him? Do you
But
block
he will have one hit
Correct.
point. As just energy, his face goes grey as the life is drained from him. Black veins across. You can see black ichor pouring from the side of his eyes. As with all
I
this,
wanna, just as he's going down, this is what happens when you steal from me.
The age 27 years.
he manages to not pass out with one hit point as he begins. Well, he's not technically
And-
prone, but he begins limping forward.
Bang!
Well, fuck. He attempts to begin limping forward in that ordeal, but yeah, with his one hit point, it goes over his max as well again.
Yeah, he did actually killed him outright. Massive damage to him.
You just hear in a final whispering cry, "Then tell where truth bursts."
And that would have been psychic.
Hey, psych him out. His brain explodes.
Brain of Rose. As we go back, not least, not last, Lou Grim, it's finally your turn. There's new cultists.
It's just like it gets to me and Alvina and we mash them.
To be fair, this is what marshals do. It's like, a couple of like low health
Dash
enemies.
You dash down, hoping to find someone to attack. But Lou, I'm so sorry to say, they're already dead.
Unless you want to suddenly turn extremely evil. They're all to get the one random unconscious guy. Actually, Lou, you need more cultists, right?
Just leave a pamphlet beside him.
Yeah, do you need a new line of work?
Do you need a new cult to follow?
You like to reevaluate your life decisions.
Would you like a safer cult to join?
Yeah, would you say safer? Safer from us.
What I will do is,
Safer.
Do you know those people that massacred all your friends? Would you like to be on their team instead?
Yes.
if so.
what I will do is, like, I will take the robes off of one of them.
Alright.
He's gonna blend in with the cult.
Yeah,
Lou's going to be
get an
collecting various
opportunity
cult
to
robes.
disguise myself as one of those cultists.
Lou's going to be collecting various cult robes. He's going to have a wardrobe full of them by the end of the campaign. There's like 15 different cultist types.
And this is a
What kind of
cult I
cultist I want to
stole.
be today?
This is my cult closet.
This is a cult stuff
Fine.
I stole.
By the way, Chris, this one really looks like a football net to me.
That's fair. But yes, the party is able to continue on their way. You're not entirely sure if anyone has heard you or not, but everyone go ahead and roll me a stealth check at advantage as you continue on, and please place yourself in this little area how you would like to be arranged as you peek into the next room.
Where's my stealth? Yay! I was about to get one today.
Oh my
Also,
God.
by the way, that's a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Jesus. And I'm gonna use.
Fuck you is gone.
No one can see above you. There's just a lamp.
You've got a lampshade on, which is why you're glowing now. You actually look like just a lamp.
Turn the light off since I figure we're getting close.
There is no
Yeah.
fuck you. There is only lamp.
Okay, so we might still have to kill the hag outright because she might just be a bitch. Probably just. I assumed so, but it's worth checking.
Mhm.
The rest of them
Well,
we
are
might.
you a bitch?
Not.
It's saying something up. Wow, yeah, Fuki was just gone. As the party gears up, let's see. Alvina's probably the one taking a glance forward. Where's what was Alvina's stuff?
Alvina's a nat 20.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
23.
Okay, so as you glance forward, I think how noisy you were. Luckily, the terrain plays in your advantage because of the sound. Yeah, you dealt with all of them for one round. So, Alvina, as you glance around this corner and see into the room, you see a couple things. One second, as I quickly get, let's say, just the top couple rows here. First of all, you see what appears to be a very majestic, if somewhat bruised and dirtied unicorn with a large twisted silver collar chained around its neck and its ankles, as it appears to be looking down your corridor, keeping a watch on things. But it doesn't seem to notice you as you glance around the corner and back again, kind of taking everything in with your eagle vision. Past the flowing golden mane of the unicorn, you see two large twisted silver cages. One of which seems to have 5 imprisoned, almost amphibious insectoid creatures. They look to be a form of monstrosity humanoid with large red pincers. You've never seen anything quite like them before. They almost remind you a little bit of the swamp raiders, but they seem to be a bit more brown and red hued.
Maybe like a
than
different
the
species of swamp raider kind of thing.
maybe. As well as that, you see what appears to be a large serpentine creature.
I have a theory in that. Is that have I ever seen this type of snake thing before?
Give me a nature check.
Yeah, with great nature. I really
Probably
need a
know how
nature
much you like
check.
your nature checks.
Nope. Snake.
Some random snake.
Snake.
Nick.
I have a thought on it, but Alvina doesn't know what it is.
But that is all that you're able to see while glancing down this corridor. As you're getting close, you can hear there is movement and ruckus of things being moved about, and people chatting and whispering, but the voices are too distorted to hear it from your distance. It appears that there is activity in a much larger cavern than what you're able to see from your vantage point, as the rest of the party creeps up behind you and you gets into a ready position. For anyone who wants to get into this next combat, go move up into the space next to Alvina.
I think that's more likely than a basilisk, personally.
For sake of my fly spell, how long would you reckon it'd been?
Since you encountered 2 groups of cultists, about 20 minutes, since technically that's 2 encounters.
So, no longer flying. Just
So there's a little bit of distance just because I can only make the map so big. It is a cavernous terrain. But yes, what would...
How they didn't just let go. Oh, well, there's a fight happening like 15 feet over.
But yes, what would the party like to do?
Alvin is gonna she's gonna turn her head back after doing the immediate glance, and she's got the biggest grin on her face, so you could probably go, she's seen the unicorn, hasn't she?
We can imagine.
Yeah.
Curious about that. She's seen something that she wants.
Yeah, she's seen at least 2 things that she wants. In this case.
Potentially 3.
Is it lit up in any way, the cavern?
Yeah, you don't know what they are yet.
I imagine not. I think everything in here might have dark vision.
Oh, they were humans, so...
Maybe, actually. Wait, did the humans have goggles of dark vision on them? We just didn't loot
Uh,
When you're next to the
It's not
body, you
idle
can see-
curiosity. If they did, then we'll just hand them to Gwent. No.
I mean, Gary and that were elves, but
The elves can see in the dark, but the humans can't
Yeah,
normally
the
and
others.
things. So it's worth asking.
let's find out.
Or they were carrying torches, or
For the sake of poor Gwent here, we're gonna say they all had goggles of night.
Yay! There you go, Gwent.
Your party now receives 3 goggles of night. They are only uncommon after all. We'll say
They
they can
hadn't Gwent
afford
all-
that at least. They are
hadn't
pretty
Gwent-
well decked out brotherhood.
I mean,
Gwent's a happy
I
horse
would've
now.
thought- Yeah, I would have thought Alvina probably would have kept one to give to Abby when next year.
Good call. Naturally, I was thinking that. 1 goggles of night.
I've put them on, and you've never seen a happier horse boy.
Yeah, this is what we all see like
like,
normal.
this is what it looks like when it's dark.
I can see. Good.
Yes, as we come to the wrap up of the session, what would the party like to do? How would they like to approach this? Mostly so I know what I can reveal to end on.
I think we're going to try to... I don't know what anyone else's plan is, but unless someone's got any other plan otherwise, it's... We're not going to avoid being detected as soon as we're actually in the corridor. So we might as well just do it super fast and try and disable anyone in the room before they can give the creatures orders.
Yeah, seems so.
Anyone else got
Alvina
thoughts?
rips the twisted silver off the unicorn.
That's my thought, is if we can do it, if we can disable the people in this room quickly enough, the unicorn can't go invisible or teleport away or anything. In which case we've got more time to remove the shackles and things.
But we don't know where anyone is, though.
No,
could
but
be
we're
all the
guaranteed
way
there's going to be
down here.
someone in there, though, isn't there? And we've got
And
some pretty fast party members.
Yeah.
So we could
Yeah.
have,
And
basically,
those party members can see now.
yeah, so basically
Yeah,
one of my thoughts
Also a
is,
bonus.
if there's anyone super close here, I'll try and gun to them and get to them, because I'm pretty fast. Not as fast as Gwen, obviously, but I'm pretty fast. And if there's anyone, like, at the back that looks like a controlly people, Gwen, have you got anything that can, like, stop them in some way for at least a turn?
I do not, unfortunately. I was ready for ghost hunting.
Yeah, it's totally fair. Ah, well, we'll figure it out at the time, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Smash and grab. Please don't hurt the unicorn or the snake. At
Gonna
least not
banish
lethally.
that unicorn.
At least not lethally. I think the hag is fair game, though.
All right, so is the party rushing in?
I think we're going to be rushing in. Less. 'Cause we
Alright,
can't-
Yep, I'm rushed.
Fortunately, I think the party overall have failed their stealth check.
We've got 3 high rolls and 3 really low rolls. And a nat 20 if that weighs one way or the
I
other.
mean, a 27, a 30, and a nat 20 is still pretty good.
It's like, those are the good ones. It sort of depends if it weighs one enough. Otherwise, it's a perfectly even split.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We're not rolling initiative next week anyway.
Yeah.
I may or may not give you a surprise round. I'll see how I feel. But to be fair, I've made this one a pretty deadly one. I feel like you deserve a little bit of a Surprised you'd have attempted to be stealthy. But as the party rushes in, with Alvina presumably aiming directly for that unicorn, the rest of the party is able to take in and convey the expansive cavern in front of them. Now, to note, I will decrease the number of names in here next week once I remove all the basic cultists, because they don't matter. But for now, I've let them labeled just so you know where everyone is roughly. And as the party takes in several more cages with various animals in it.
That's a big frog.
As well as what appears to be a cage-sized a large cage-sized thing with a white sheet over it.
That might be the basilisk, Bob. If there's a basilisk, that would be where I'd put it.
As well as a
Oh.
fuck ton of cultists.
There's
Oh,
the hag.
Eggert Cherry Cheeks.
Cherry cheese. That's a name and a half.
As well as for those with a more vindictive streak, probably.
Oh.
I don't know. Zormir, you identify 3 people who look to be decked out in a more characteristic attire of a leadership structure. As you recognize, or you see what appears to be a high elf in a almost like mercantile wizard's garb. What appears to be somebody decked out in a more breastplate heavy, so a bit more armored, leather, like the attire that the rest of the cultists are wearing, but a little bit more armored and a bit more of a fightery aesthetic to it. Female with who I've marked as Fonda for now. And what appears to be a rather slimy-looking halfling with a bit of a mercantile baron look to him.
Is he the one we were told about, I wonder?
Who knows? But as you look into this room filled of caged, chained animals and dozens of cultists and 3 prominent, what appear to be high-leveled individuals, that is where we're going to end for today, because we've passed 9 o'clock. This has been episode 1 of Cults and Secret Societies, as you have met the Brotherhood of the Empress.
Hell yeah.
What awaits next week, and how will the point miraculously appear in the middle of all this? Well, that's for next week to find out, so tune in. I have been your DM, Chris McKenzie. These have been my fantastic players. This has been Alterra. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all had fun and enjoyed the show and all had fun playing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
And there you go. A slight slower pace in between the combats. You had a little bit of exploration this session. Got a couple cool trinkets. Avoided an encounter with the Shadow Hulks.
Violently murdered a bunch of people and left one alive.
But there you go. Thank you for watching, and good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.